Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me tell you something about women. Ligma balls. Hello, everybody. It's Bricky. How you doing? How you doing? I have returned, and I bring to you cursed knowledge that you can put in whatever kind of chain-bound book that you think is best for you. I'm sure there's some point, some cruel tome that will allow you to utilize this stuff the way you should. Speaking of that, Aiden has indeed sent a donation message on YouTube that I will not read because I have made the decision not to read donations from Aiden because he is a frightening individual. Moving on. Thank you very much for the subs. Chat, I have returned from the wonderful land of San Diego, California. What I would consider to be the most enjoyable of the major cities on the West Coast. And I am tired. I had an absolute blast, but I am tired. It was a good time, though. Unironically, and I think this should not go without saying, this was the best Twitchcon I have ever been to. The best one. I don't think, or I don't know if it would be considered the best TwitchCon of all time if you were a con goer. If you were someone who was a simple, I don't know, not necessarily, what would you call it? General admission community? If you were a general admission type person, it was probably fun, but I don't know if you would have had much to do outside the first day. That being said, myself, as a partner and also, general creator, it was absolutely phenomenal. I had a crushingly good time. I do not have con flu and or COVID as far as I know of. But yeah, I've heard lots of horror stories from VTubers relating to parties, unfortunately. That is fascinating. I have not heard any. That being said, I think I am a little late on the return stream. I have been to many of the parties, indeed. I went to quite a few. I enjoyed them. Some were not great, but most were pretty good. There were some bad ones. I'm not aware of them yet, or at least I haven't actually watched a whole lot of streams. But yeah, so lots of roofie issues. Oh fuck. Okay. So when you all right, I'm about to drop a very depressing fact on all of you right now. When you said VTuber parties, I thought you meant something specific to VTubers. That's less so specific to VTubers. That is just for women. And like that's just a terrible situation. But I thought you meant like, because I hear about like roofies at parties and stuff more often than I'd like, definitely. But I thought you meant something more specifically tied to the masquerade / identity of VTubers being compromised, not specifically the roofie stuff, because that's pretty fucked. Yeah, that's pretty fucked. But what is a roofie? A roofie is a drug that is often slipped into people's drinks that will make them very delirious, pass out, or fall asleep, which is then often used as a way to sexually assault someone. So it's pretty fucked up. It's a lot of the reason why you'll see women at parties kind of like hold their hand over their drinks like this sometimes, or keep a very close eye on them. It's also, I don't think I can say the R word on stream. I know they wouldn't ding me for this one, but I wanted to choose my language specifically as I'm currently live, obviously. But no, I did not actually hear about people getting that at the VTuber parties. I was at 3 of them, but I went to bed or left early to most. So I don't know. I didn't see the after effects of a few of that kind of stuff, or at least I haven't heard. No, I haven't heard anyone in my group. My general group, I don't think I have heard anyone get affected by it, but it's obviously still pretty fucked. Anyway, sorry to start off with a relatively depressing topic. I'm sorry to open like this. But to pull something on a little bit more of a kinder note, despite that being the case, it still was my favorite TwitchCon of all time. Not the best segue to start off from there, going directly into that statement, but it still was my favorite TwitchCon and arguably one of, if not my favorite convention I've ever been to. And that definitely has put a little bit of a damper on it, but I guess we'll just continue with the concepts of the things I was talking about. Shit. No, if there was ever anything particularly weird, I did not see it. I heard that some kick streamers were acting a fool, but that's like kind of their brand, so it was to be expected. They did it last year too. You know, I'm sure there's drama. I'm sure some streamer made an ass of himself or herself. I'm sure someone yelled at someone. I'm sure there was some IRL stream where someone got upset with someone else and blah, blah, blah. Just, you know, smoking duck gif, you know, the whole thing. I'm positive it's already there. I'm sure there's a video on it. I am not part of that universe. I am not recommended those videos. I am not given those in my algorithm. I don't know shit. But with that being said, I did get a great chance to walk around TwitchCon. I was there pretty much the entire time, Thursday all the way through Sunday. I actually left late Sunday night. I got home at 3 a.m. in the morning on Monday. Basically, I was out with everyone until 2 a.m. and then drove home. Obviously, I did not drink. Should make that clear. But everyone else did, so they, you know, stayed up with me. And then, yeah, I mean, I got to meet a lot of folks. Yeah, so maid outfit did not happen. Sorry. Apologies. It did not happen. If you may remember the Cottontail stream, we absolutely had an issue finding one that fit me. If you may recall, I needed to possibly buy a 5X maid outfit, and I don't think it would have arrived in time. Okay? I will say, I did see a lot of people in maid outfits, but I don't know how many of them were related to the fluffer community. The people I noticed in her community were specifically wearing this really big, like, bathrobe type thing that had cotton stuff all over it. So I saw more of those people, which were very identifiable, as opposed to Haori. Thank you. Hey, the Haori. Instead, that's what I noticed the most. So I did not pull that off. I apologize. Did y'all at least get to hang out? Oh yeah. I hung out with a ton of people. I want to make sure I list the ones that were all that said they were going to TwitchCon, because those are the ones I specifically want to call out. Because you know, there's always people who are who want to be kind of like incognito. I know the people that I hung out the most with was like Porcelain Maid, for example, Joel, Juniper was a big one. Heavenly Father, I got to hang out with him a lot, including 2 of his buddies. I think I forget his full. It's Bada, but like Bada Bing, Bada Boom, and Skulker. Those 2 gentlemen, I got to meet them as well. Who else was I hanging out with? Onigiri and Oni Bro were 2 people I got to say what's up to. Matara, of course, but no, obviously I hang out with Matara probably the most because we're the tightest of all of the VTuber folks. Who else? Who else? Who else? Oh, I hung out with Girl DM a bit. That was very nice. I think that was like the main group. Yeah, that was like the main group. The main one that you kind of palled around with the most, I'd say, for the most part. Bricky, how many people that you met with for the first time commented on your height? Like most of them. I don't like. And Cotton. Sorry, I was thinking like I hung out with Cotton, but I didn't hang out with her as much as I hung out with like that main group I just told you about. Cotton. No, almost everyone commented on my height at least once. It was kind of shocking how often it was. So that's the thing I think that people don't know, and maybe I might need to change up my lens. I'm currently, let me find the f-stop. Or not the f, yeah. No, it's a 24 millimeter. It's not like much of a wide angle lens. Whatever. Maybe it's kind of wide angle. It's not really that much of a wide angle lens though. I don't know. Like I think when you look at the camera, especially if I get close to it, you can be like, there's definitely feels like there's a ratio thing. But no, I mean I'm 6'3", you know. I'm like probably 6'4" if I wear like a certain shoe, you know, kind of thing. And maybe the room is big. Maybe it's the sensor. I don't know, but everyone seems to assume that I am like not tall or just like normal height or something, which is probably something to do with my camera. Maybe it's the angle. It's kind of going. The angle is like slightly downwards as opposed to straight on. I don't know. It's your energy, brother. That's just me in the streams. I don't know if anyone else has spoken at all, but I'm not particularly. I'm a little less like, not even a little less. I'm not very talkative in person. Like I am, but I'm not. I'll certainly be chatty, but if there's like a group, I'll definitely be the guy who just kind of sits there with like his hand in his pocket and the drink, like. Yeah. Oh really? Right? Got it. How'd you feel about that? That's just me, honestly. That's me pretty often. I don't know. Obviously, I can't be that on stream because I need to be constantly talking and often making content, but that's just how it is. I don't know. Listening is fun, you know? I feel like I talk too much, you know? I already stream, make videos, and yap on a podcast. Like, I talk enough. I don't need to talk more. The goth girls in high school taught you well, Bricky. I don't know who said it to me one time. I think I had a friend who was like on a date with a guy, and she said if like I would have actually just like slept with him if he asked me a single question. Just one. And I was and then he never did. He didn't ask her one question, and so she didn't bang him. And ever since then, I think about that like at least once every month. A huge blunder. And so I don't know, I constantly ask questions. I'm constantly asked them to like elaborate on stuff. You know? I use the classic like speak on that more. And it's like when was this? How like it's like really? And was this like normal for you? Like is it like constantly? Bricky, tell the truth, that guy was you. Anyway, it's just how I tend to be often. I just don't talk a whole lot that's not fair. I talk plenty in person, but I talk when it's my turn to speak. You know? For the most part, when other people are speaking, they speak. I don't interrupt except for the occasional affirmation or clarification, you know? So, I don't know. It's just kind of how it is. But regardless of all of that, those types of things, let me read a couple of these super chats and donations and stuff, and I'll go ahead and move on through. Let's see here. Mind Memes, thank you. Potato, thank you for the Prime as well. Aravit, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that you enjoyed the second Space Marine 2 video. I felt way happier with it. I felt significantly happier with how it came out. I felt better. I enjoyed myself more. There was definitely a difference in passion. Bricky, I was looking for you all weekend, but could never find you. We're using some kind of Tau cloaking tech or some shit. No, Logan, I don't think I spent more than maybe 1 to 2 hours a day at the con. I had too much going on between meetings and lunches and meetups, not with fans, but with other people. Like, I was just constantly doing stuff. Swordman J, for many of your sides are incredibly hard to find. Yeah, so I think, thank you for the dono. I think, sorry if I scared you by acting like a lunatic. I promise I'm normal. You're incredibly hard to find, Bricky. The shaker remains barren. I'll talk to them next time, but a lot of the folks that I am friends with at Gamersups were running a whole bunch of meet and greets for a lot of the VTubers. Cinder, Cotton, Junie all did one. I didn't end up putting together a meet and greet. I was supposed to do one with a particular booth, but it fell through and I just never got around going at it again. Next time around, I'll probably talk to the Gamersups folks because we're pretty tight, and I'll get a meet and greet going so that we can get something set up. Liz, thanks for the sub. Gabo-chan, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate it. Tomorrow's Adric episode is going to be very good. Very good. I liked it a lot. Nick Sila, thank you for the super generous super chat. Appreciate it. Raw, fuck you, get back here. Brother Sergeant Agris Maximus, 3rd Company, Angry Marines. Hope you had fun at Twitch. Thank you. And then Gabriel Yao and Cube, thank you for the super chat. The descent in the rabbit hole is pretty good. Cube, it was a pleasure meeting you as well. I know. I remember you showed me. I met you, and you showed me the badge, and I was like, "Oh fuck, Cube!" It was such like a light bulb moment. Jimbo Mania and Latango Soja, thank you for the subs. Kyoto Eternity War, thank you. Logan, I was planning to meet only 4 streamers at TwitchCon, including Mel and Matara, but wound up meeting close to 20. I was absolutely floored. Yeah, I mean, also Endosim, thank you. Yeah, I mean, they're just going around, you know? They're just heading around. I mean, naturally, of course, you know, I won't tell you where they are. But obviously, like, certain meet and greets were happening and doing all that kind of thing, and especially for VTubers, they always had the little doodad. I think Giga is like moving or something like that. So she called in on Sunday. So I had like a big TV, you know, and they just showed them there. And so it's like you can do a meet and greet even if the person like isn't physically there. So it's pretty cool, you know. But yeah, happy to have one of my favorite streamers to listen to back while I work. Thank you, Menagerie of Critters, and thank you for the bits. Thank you. Aiden, you scare me. Thank you for the $2. And Mr. Munman, thank you for the 5 gifted as well. Thank you as well. But yes, sorry. So I guess a bit more of some of the times going on. Thursday was pretty good. There was a TwitchCon after party, which was pretty fun at first. I was really happy to meet a lot of folks and introduce a lot of folks. I was doing a lot of like, hey, you snatch, pull. Hey, you snatch, pull. Meet these people together. Hey. And I was just kind of doing that over and over again for the entire like party. I will admit, I think there's a bit of a demographic confusion. It's the hard way to put it. I mean, obviously, I really liked this con, but I think that the particular places people are ending up might need to be adjusted. For example, maybe some of the more classic streamers, some of your more not casual, but non-niche based streamers, you know, Johnny Warzone, Johnny Apex Legends, Johnny World of Warcraft. Maybe some of them would like to have a big mixer in an extremely loud club, but not I. Okay? But not I, and not most VTubers. Most to all VTubers would like a pub and or maybe a rooftop bar or something along those lines that allows you to have some music, but mostly would like to speak to other people without screaming your voice out. My personal opinion is of the same. I don't like clubs. However, they are often the ones that are rented out with ear-bursting music, and you have to constantly yell over everyone. Plus, it gets packed up really quick, and therefore the bars can never ever get you a drink in a decent period of time. It always takes you like 10 minutes. Speaking of extremely attractive men, what's up, porcelain maid Joel? How the fuck you doing? I got home at 3 a.m. yesterday morning, but obviously took the day off for a lot of reasons. I was just talking about the Blurb after party the Thursday and how there's way too many club-based parties, specifically comparatively to a lot of other like pubs or things of that nature, because it's way better. And I don't think that we need to start making it clear that certain demographics want certain locations, and if it's the VTuber demographic, we don't want a club. Even though I'm not part of the VTuber demographic, it's still an important thing to note, you know? So that kind of whole thing. Bricky, when do we get the children back in the mine? Thank you for the donation. I will actually be doing that today. We will be returning to Frostpunk today after I chat all of your ears off about TwitchCon. But yes, definitely that kind of stuff. Oh, I didn't tweet. Shit. Listen, chat, there's a lot of things that I'm not the best at. This is one of them. Back from TwitchCon, very bricked up. And then we gotta add an image to this. We definitely gotta add an image to this. Okay, we'll add this image of K. Okay. Cool. Done. Hell yeah. We're chilling. Big money, big bucks. It's just a picture of did I say Professor K? I meant Detective K. Detective K-3.7. Fuck, I don't know. Ryan Gosling in Blade Runner screaming because he says he's had no sexual experiences. Agent K. Is he detective technically? It doesn't really matter. It's not really important. Regardless though. Also, hey Melnair, thank you. And Thunder Weasel, thank you as well for the gifts. Okay, so yes. That club stuff was a bit media. Sorry, I'm maybe my brain is being sent in like 15 different directions right now because I just returned from TwitchCon and I have like a whole bunch of stuff that's happening directly after TwitchCon, particularly like setting things up for certain like video sponsors and stuff like that. And it's just bit of that going on. So there's a lot of that. I'm gotta take a breath. I gotta take a breath. Do we have glurp? Out here glorping my shit right now. Oh, hell yeah, we got glorp blush. Let's go. Hell yeah. All right, there we go. Anyway, so yes, there was that. That was the main thing on Thursday. But for Friday, for the most part, it was a lot of just kind of back and forth, doing the usual kind of thing, talking around with some folks, meeting with some folks, some people, etc. There was a lot of what is it? I guess it's like a lot. I don't know. I guess it's like a lot of con stuff. I think I did some con stuff for like an hour or 2 hours on Friday and saw the main thing. That's the thing I was mentioning earlier, is that the Expo Hall probably is not something that if you were a regular community, like general admission goer, might not be the most exciting time for you all. There was a lot of like things to do, but not a lot of booths for you, if that makes any sense at all. There was like this giant inflatable dance like huge building thing in the expo hall. There's like a dance stage. There was a whole bunch of like ping pong tables, like a lot of them, and like a LAN area and all those kinds of things where you can do that kind of stuff. But the booths themselves outside of the obvious ones like gamer sups and the like felt mainly industry based. Not all of them. There was some like merchandising and stuff like that, but for the most part it felt like it was mainly like there was like a lighting booth and like a streamer booth. There was Elgato, of course. That one's a little bit okay. That's more consumer. But there's a lot of that stuff, and it was a teensy bit just, I don't know, not the most exciting for a general admission person. Oh no, Ursh, we did not do that. We didn't have time to do that, and I also couldn't buy a 5X size thing, you know? Yeah, so it was a little heavy. Now maybe she did not back out of that, but a 5X made, I don't think was necessarily working out the way I wanted it to. Plus, it was also just a lot of stuff going on. I do know that there is one thing I really do enjoy when it comes to the TwitchCon stuff, and that's the fact that, what is it? I very much like the fact that when you're down in San Diego, the main street and a couple blocks outside of the comm is called Gaslamp District. And in Gaslamp District, you are able to, it's normally blocked off by whatever those, what are those things called? It's the big metal rods that like go in the ground and they go back up. That kind of stuff. I don't know what those are really called. Not gaslights, bollards. Oh, okay, well, bollocks. They get into like that, so it becomes kind of like a block party where it's all cut off and people just kind of go back and forth. And so it got a shitload of like bars and restaurants and all kinds of stuff. But it's kind of fun during TwitchCon because it almost like turns into nothing but TwitchCon people proliferating the area. So it's all industry and general admission kind of mixing up in the area afterwards. So it's not just like, oh, I'm going to an expo and now the expo is, you know, just based around the convention center. Like, no, it proliferates outwards. Comic-Con does the exact same thing, except it extends like 5 times the direction, which is not great either. But yeah, that kind of stuff. So it's a little, I don't know, a little bit interesting. It's fun. It's fun. Unless when you go to said block party, you get blocked behind a train for half an hour. I do remember the train being blocked. That's true. I did not go to the general admission block party because I had something else going on that night, but I do remember the train blocking everything. Or stories of the train blocking everything from before, which is kind of funny. I heard people mentioning Artist Alley. Yes. Artist Alley, it was one of the best handled artist alleys I think I've been to. It could have been a little bigger, probably added like one more row or proliferated itself out a bit farther. But comparatively, I mean, Anime Expo has the biggest artist alley I've ever seen. That said, it is, terrible because it's in a fucking basement and it's the most overcrowded piece of shit on the planet because it's Anime Expo. This one was not overcrowded, very nice, looks beautiful, and had a huge amount of really dope artists that was super fun. So I was very happy about that. I really did like it. There was a ton of VTuber stuff there. It felt like I was actually in AX. It was like half of it was VTuber stuff. I was kind of surprised. I was walking around and I was like, oh, that's like, there's Mata, and there's like Mint, and there's like Cinder, and there's like Gura. I was like, oh shit, okay. There's a lot of that stuff going on. That was particularly fun. But it was kind of seemed cool. Well, yeah, Mint isn't real, but that's its own problem. It was pretty cool in that. Lots of merch and that stuff. Lots of really neat merch. I almost kind of feel bad because some people were selling genuinely fun, like crazy stuff, like tapestries, like giant rugs, crocheted items and things, and those were really cool, but they often don't get as much attention, but also people have to pack them home, obviously, and I think for some of the larger items that becomes a really big issue. There is a FedEx at the con floor, but not everyone knows that, and also that's also an additional cost, so you know, I don't know. Yeah, some of this stuff is actually really cool. It's very impressive. Very impressive to see. I did meet Heavenly. He is very funny. He is a very funny guy. I like Heavenly a lot because he's got this like, he's got super RBF. He's got huge RBF, and it's really funny because you know, he just kind of like has this constant look of like, until he laughs, and then he's really, it's really funny. But he's totally cool, but it's hilarious to see. I want to ask, are you still using the Bridgecast? I am using the Bridgecast. Also, did Mata try to embarrass you at the con? No, Mata did not try to embarrass me at the con. Despite all of our shenanigans online, we're both pretty generally like casual individuals in person. We just kind of walk around and like look at stuff and then get food and just like chat business and life, you know, like, yeah, like actually friends. You know, and also like with many VTubers, they tend to want to keep a low profile, which is always a bit of a funny thing when I'm there, because I walked around with a lot of folks like Joel, well, Junie has showed her face on stream and stuff, but like Juniper, like a few others, and it's kind of funny here and there because, you know, I'll be noticed, and then you know, I'll often be like kind of like, oh, you like photo or whatever, and I'll have it taken in a very specific direction that isn't going to overlap with anyone I know, and then the rest of them kind of like slink into the background, which is really often quite funny. Not all of them, but it is kind of a humorous thing. Though I actually don't end up walking around the con with a ton of my VTuber friends too much. I normally met them afterwards for that exact reason, of course. Which is, you know, just like obvious. People recognize them through you sometimes. No one, nobody that recognized me was then like, oh my God, you're that person. So we're fine. But I like to be careful, you know, the best I can. It's just useful that way. But also I walked around the con with like 80% just friends and other people I know. So like, even if people were like, oh, that's Bricky, which means that person might be person or fancy other person, they have a damn good chance they'll just be wrong. And it's like an editor or like a community manager for a game I like, or a streamer friend of mine from years ago. Yeah. So at the end of the day, they kind of just make an ass out of themselves. Like I hung out with Frost Prime, Tristan, and Hannah over there a decent amount too. They were super, you know, I always love hanging out with them. I saw Yako too. We had a whole blast from the past. I kind of wish Demeki and Matt had the opportunity to make it, but they unfortunately couldn't. But got to see fucking Tristan and Yako. I was like, oh my God, it's good. Like, it's coming back to the old days. We're pulling it back. It was really funny. It was way funny. But yeah, I mean, then that Friday night we went to the what is it? We went to the there was a VTuber party. There was also okay, Thursday evening I got how do I put this lightly? Thrashed. Hey, what's up, Alchemist? How you doing, dude? Great seeing you there as well for like 3 minutes 5 times. Always great to see you, man. Always happy to see you. Hopefully I'll see you at East as well. But yeah, you know, Thursday I got fucking trashed. Thrashed, trashed, sloshed, whatever the word is. I was in at like 3 a.m. I was crushed. And so that day, I was, you know, I was Friday, I was pretty destroyed. So I went to like a little VTuber party thing that evening. And I met, God, who didn't I meet? I mean, you could probably name a VTuber and I met them. Not really, obviously, but it was a big party. And then at about 11 p.m., I was like, you know what? You know what? I think I'm good. You know what? I had 1 gin and tonic. And I was like, that's about time. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna go to bed. And so at about 11:30 p.m., I was like, lovely. And I like, cause I was still hungover. It was 11 p.m. and I was still hungover from the night before. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call that one right there. So I vegged. And I woke up at 8 a.m. or like maybe 9 a.m. and I was like, Saturday. Yes. What a lovely day. I'm back on the biggest day, the most important day, and I'm here to have a lovely time. So I am not beating the old man allegations, not one bit. I forgot. One of my favorite people I met over the weekend. Well, hold on. Let's make sure that Joel isn't here anymore. I don't want to make fun of him. I might make fun of him anyway. Oh, thank God. We're good. All right. No, I'm kidding. I was going to be like, except for Joel, because I don't want it, because not him. No, Joel's great. He's really fun in person. I got to meet Jabroni Mike. He is such a wealth of kindness. He is absolutely a super dope dude to talk to. I love him specifically because my manager, Nick, who you know in here often, is born and raised in Long Island, New York. And so the amount of times I hang out with him, I'm starting to get a little bit more used to Italian New Yorkers. Bit by bit, I'm experiencing a lot of the people from there. And Jabroni Mike is, I don't think from Long Island, but the guy is Italian New York. And he's a fucking cool dude. Incredible person to talk to. Just like this, like, just radiates. Like, you ever meet someone, you can put like a label above their head. And if you did, his would say like good time, you know? You just see him and he's just like super excited. Really fun guy. Now I just gotta meet Nags and bam, we've got all the, oh no, I gotta meet Vinny too. I got all the Italians, you know, it'd be perfect. We'll make a whole collab, okay? We'll get all the Italians. We'll call it Italians and Bricky, okay? Be perfect. We'll bring them all in. All right. We'll get Vinny. We'll get Mike. We'll get Giga. We'll get Nags, and then we'll get me, and I'll just be in the background while they all fucking go to town. It'd be awesome. But anyway, assemble the mafia. Called the Third Roman Empire. I mean, that's pretty funny. But no, that was great. What else? That'd be a good collab though. What game should we play? Is Overcooked only 4 players? damn it. That would be good, man. That would be good. The Office game. Oh, we do Dale and Dawson. We do Dale and Dawson with fucking a pure Italian group. Pico Park? What is Pico Park? I don't think I've played that. Cooperative puzzle game. That's also only 4-player, I think. It's pure torture. This kind of reminds me of like Bread and Fred. Oh, it's up to 8 players? Ooh. It's an option. Anyway, Saturday was a lot of con day, pretty classic stuff, the usual type of thing. Nothing too crazy. Sorry, a bird just almost hit the window. Nothing too crazy on Saturday. Con stuff, the usual. Had lunch with Cotton. That was very interesting. Probably the longest I've ever spoken to her for. It was like, normally it's only like 3 to 5 minute increments when she's sloshed at a party. But we got to hang out a bit there, which was nice. It put a little bit more, I don't know. You never really know someone until you have like lunch with them, you know? Until you spend an hour with someone. Especially in the morning, if I'm being honest. It was like brunch, but like, you know, you never really know someone. So it was actually pretty great to like talk, if that makes a lot of sense. She did not give me the Wagyu. I'm a little bit sad about that. But they didn't offer Wagyu, so damn. How dare. Hey, Bricky, I never played the game before. Could you do a 2v1 game like 2 Imperium Vital? That would be a question for someone more versed. I mean, we're going through Twitchcon stuff, but you can ask some 40k stuff some other time. Long story short, ask your friends. It rolls over to next year then. True. Or at Anime Expo. Either one of those might work. Saturday evening was probably the most fun evening out of them all. There was a lovely party that I went to, which was mainly focused around coders in the Twitch community. So a lot of people who specify in that particular section. So I was invited by Kraken, for example. But a lot of those usual suspects you might think, like Doug I think was the one who started and hosted the party. Thor was there, for example. A lot of folks like that. Mainly around a lot of like programming and coding options, which is pretty good. It was pretty good stuff. Was that the rooftop party? Yes, there was a rooftop party there. I didn't stay there for too long because I was only able to, it was starting to get really tight, you know? Like the rooftop was good, but I think it started with a smaller amount of people that slowly was like, well, can I invite this friend and then this friend? And then it kind of blew up to a bit more than I would like, and I was starting to get really cramped. So after that, I left to go to a Gamer Sups party. This is arguably the third time Gamer Sups has thrown the best parties. What's your relationship like with Thor? I don't know. I think his brother's kind of an asshole. He keeps like turning into animals and killing me. Sorry, low-hanging fruit. No, I met him a little bit at one of the partner lounges. I only spoke to him for 2 minutes maximum. But it was nice. He mentioned that, like, I guess a lot of his chat is like, you should watch Bricky's Warhammer videos, which I hope you guys aren't being jerks about because it's annoying if you guys do that too often. But other than that, I was just like, yeah, you know, nice meeting you, man. Things have been good. Warhammer's pretty good. I love you know, have my issues with it, but the PvP is insane, and it's got such a good like aesthetic, and that was about it, you know. We are never jerks now. Come on. You're always jerks, all right? Because you're always fucking jerking it. Out here, frosting my punk. In the frost, punking it. But the Gamer Subs party, once again, maybe is... It's like the third year in a row that they have been like, how do I say this? Like the best party. They consistently make the best parties because it's open and generally like relaxed. There's so much room that they offer, so it's not too tight, it's not too claustrophobic. Give me a second. I want to ask a question. I want to, sorry, typing. I want to make sure that I'm not saying anything I'm not supposed to say, because I would like to tell you guys about it, but I also don't want to tell you guys about it if I shouldn't be telling you guys about it, if that makes sense. Obviously. But no, it was once again one of the best ones. I was there until about 2, maybe not quite 2, maybe like 1:30 or something like that. But it was no, not drama. It's just I like to be careful, you know. Was it only open to streamers and influencers, or yeah, it was a streamer or content creator, I guess, party, and Gamer Subs staff, of course, as well as a few other industry folks, but they were very, very careful on the location. I didn't know the location until like 2 hours before it started. And that was intentional. They were being very, cautious about that kind of thing. Which is very good. Like, I'm glad they have that foresight. But at the same time, I do want to be very careful about that whole deal. Brand risk Bricky strikes again. Yeah, it's all me. But that was probably the best party of the year. That was just super damn fun. Okay, I can say one thing. I can say this one bit. The main point of the party, it was not just the Gamer Subs party. It was actually a collaborative party with the Cold One's grog drink. It was they had a brand new drink going on called Grog. So the gentlemen from Cold Ones were there showing it off, advertising it. It is how would you describe this? Like a seltzer? Like a vodka shochu and soda. SHOCHU? Shochu? I've never heard of that before. It's like a sake type thing? Japanese distilled beverage. It is a Japanese spirit, whereas soju is a Korean spirit. So it's the Japanese version of soju, basically. So it's vodka, shochu, and soda. I'm assuming soda water. They had grape and peach there, and I'm not gonna lie, this is an incredibly dangerous fucking drink because it's 6%, which is not very high. It's like a classic beer, the kind of usual thing. But I tasted no alcohol, not even the hint of alcohol. Alcohol did not even haunt this fucking drink. I didn't hear someone whisper the word alcohol 3 doors down. It is just soda. It tasted like just fucking soda, like a grape soda or a light grape soda or a light peach soda. That's it. It was wildly light. And because of that, I had like 6. And it was great. It tasted so good. I am not being sponsored by these gentlemen. However, it might be my favorite version of a hard soda style drink I have ever had. No sponsor. I have to tell you if I am. I have to. It's by law. By law. It is genuinely. Like genuinely. It is probably the best one. Like fucking White Claws. They suck anyway, but like hard like Corona Seltzer, like nothing had anywhere near the same level of taste. So that was Sunday morning. Sunday morning wasn't so bad because I went home and I went back to my hotel, DoorDashed, I think like 3 Big Macs. No, it wasn't a Big Mac. It was some burger place. And then also drank like an entire thing of Pedialyte. And then I woke up and I was like, I have a headache. I'll live. And that was my day. Simon, of what size? They're like the usual can size, like the standard can size. You know, pretty classic. Pretty classic. Not like a tall one or anything. I don't know. It's the regular one. Bro came prepared. Listen, I after Thursday, I wasn't gonna deal with the same feeling. I refused to. This might seem kind of silly though, chat. Like, I mean, the way I'm describing all this stuff, don't get me wrong. But I don't drink at home. And you might be like, sure. But unironically, I don't really drink at all when I am in my house and just home in general. I don't really go out to bars much. I might have like a margarita with dinner if I'm going out with like my parents, but that's maybe once a week, if even that. Never. I drink almost nothing. Or if I'm like streaming, like, you know, like me and Cotton streamed and I put like Bailey's in my coffee, right? Like there's that kind of thing. But almost never. So then I will go to a con and like arguably drink more than I do in that weekend than I do the entirety of the time between the con to another con. It's like, all right, like drink my body weight in alcohol, drink none, do it again, and then drink none for like 3 months. And then that's just kind of how it goes, honestly. It's a perfectly, like, I mean, you might call that binge drinking, but I think that's maybe a bit of a oversimplification. Also, it's social drinking, but also I need a lot less because of that. You know, like I only need a couple of drinks because I have a very low tolerance for my size and weight. Probably because I just don't drink much. So, it's called being an American, god damn it. How dare you? You're nearing that age where you gotta take care of yourself. Hey, listen, all right? This body can handle it for now. June of next year when I turn 30, then we'll talk. Actually, speaking of that, chat, well, okay, maybe my body is breaking up a little bit because I put my glasses on today, right? Pretty good. My left eye, this one, for example, that's the one that's a little bit worse than my right eye. It's so the lens is a little bit stronger, that whole kind of thing, right? You know? However, don't know how long that's been the case. So my left eye has been improved, thank God. So I've been wearing my glasses and I'm like, oh, this is really helping. I don't know where the right lens is. Like taking these off, I'm like, oh, this is definitely a worse look. Yeah, like this is not as good with the glasses. But with the glasses on, I can't tell because I genuinely just lost this lens and I don't know where it went. I have no clue. This could have been like weeks. Maybe even a month. Probably in your car. I only wear these at my desk. I do not wear glasses elsewhere than my desk. Like, none. So I have no clue. Bricky, how the fuck do you lose a lens and not realize you lost it? I'll tell you exactly why. Because these are very thin, and my right eye is my good eye. My left eye is my bad eye, and therefore this lens is still here. So when I put on my glasses, we fix this eye. But this is the good one, so I don't tell much of a difference anyway. And so I just never know. Get a monocle? Now that's based. That's based. I'm basically wearing a monocle right now. So, yeah. Outside of that, Sunday was a very chill day. Hung out with a lot of folks. Just got some lunch, which was nice with Heavenly and some boys. Met a pretty cool guy. What was their name? Their name was Joel's. He's a pretty sexy man, not gonna lie. I think he plays Valorant sometimes? Joel's TV. Jollz TV. A different Joel. Don't know much about him. Never really met him before. But he was having lunch with some folks, and I also was having lunch with other folks that I also knew, and we were like, what the fuck? We'll just all like go share a table. So you know, chatted with all of that. And it was dope. That was pretty cool. After that, what did I even do? I think I just kind of went to some bars and hung out. Had a huge dinner. Put on by Jabroni Mike, fucking baller guy, that guy. Super cool of him. With them, all the Vichibon folks, they were all there. So, you know, like Candy, Buff, and then like, what else? What else? I can't think of much else. You know? Well, Vichibon's 4 people, right? So it would be Candy, Buff, Shy, and Rose. But yeah, are there more? There's just the 4, right? Buff without the fursuit. Buff without the fursuits. Though I don't know if I would have been able to spot Buff without the fursuit regardless, because she's not particularly tall. So, or with or without the fursuit. I mean, maybe I would have seen the fursuit, but I would have needed to have seen it behind the mass of people, because she is quite short. Or just not as tall comparatively. They're all short, man. They're all short. Constantly. Every time. Could she still bench press you? Probably. Maybe. 230, so a little bit over, barely over 2 plates? Yeah, maybe. No. Shia is not short. That is true. Shia is not short. I think it's a man versus woman thing, at least for the VTubing world. Maybe just a little bit. Except for Matara. She's decently tall. Above average for a lady. Bricky, I was watching your Lockdown Protocol VOD and you were missing the lens there too. Holy. So it's been weeks. This has been weeks. Holy. All right. Well, time to talk to my optometrist and be like, hey, I lost a thing. Sorry. Was there even a lens to begin with? There was definitely a lens to begin with. There was definitely a lens to begin with. Yep, you lost it somewhere between 14 and 11 days ago. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Will he be sorry if he's paid? I mean, probably not, but I do have like eyes, you know? As in like vision insurance. Placebo frames. What was that from? Was it 300? The movie 300, where it's like, ah, yes, it is only an eye, sir. God gave me the good grace to give me 2 of them. Look at me. Look at my special eyes. Yeah, God's gifted me with a spare. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hey, what's up, the big simp? Thanks for the prime sub. Bricky, as an optician, they will be unhappy. Well, okay, but like, well, probably, but like, also, I want my lens. I don't know what fucked up. I don't know what broke. It's all right. I'm looking at old VODs and it's so obvious now. So I think the issue is that because of the shadows cast, you can see a little bit of my left eye. You can see the reflection like there, right? Of the light and stuff. But because of the gleam of this right here, you can it like looks like it might be there, but actually isn't. But now that you're looking at it, it's probably gonna bug the fuck out of you because now you know. Now you know. You're looking at me right now and you can clearly see the darker look of the one side of my eye, and you can't unsee it. Now you know, chat. You have Miyamoto frame, I think? This is called Salt. I think is what it's called. Yes. Salt. They told me it was a very sturdy brand. So it's nice. No, your immersion. You should use a flashlight to keep locate the lens using the gleam. You know what I should do? I should put like a eye patch over it. Like yarg. Yerg. That kind of thing. Your eye immersion. Speaking of Frostpunk today, I used to live near the 11-bit headquarters and can say some of the coolest people I've ever met. I love them so much. Yeah. Frostpunk, we're going to be playing more of it today, but overall, Frostpunk is just, it's still great. It's a great like group of Polish devs. We love seeing that, you know, always fun. But yeah. What places are you taking Onigiri tomorrow? Well, I'm not really. I mean, no offense. That's a very honest question, but I will not tell you for the simple sake of, you know, stream sniping and all that kind of stuff. Because that is, yeah, that's the thing. Probably a good thing to talk about. Onigiri and Onibro are in town. They're actually, I think, are they still streaming right now? I assume that they're still streaming over in Disneyland. Let's see here. They are. They're in Disneyland. And so, oh wow, literally their title of their stream is just Disneyland in all caps. Same minds. But they'll be around here, and they were asking me to do to show them off some of like American fast food and American stuff. And so naturally, I am going to be taking them directly to In-N-Out because I am a West Coaster. But other than that, I think they just mainly want to try out like various fast foods. I want to take them to good places, but they also want to know, like, I don't know, it's weird. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I found the Whataburger fans out here saying overrated. Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of your shit patties. But I'm trying to think because they were like talking like, oh, about like all these other ones like the Burger King and like Carl's Jr., etc. And I was like, I can't do that. Like I can't do that because you know people might consider it overrated, but it's not. We're not fucking Carl's Jr. level. Like we're not that, okay? Like I refuse to take you somewhere there. Fucking Carl's Jr., fucking Burger King. I'm not gonna take them to I don't want to take them to those places, but they want to go to fucking fast food. So I'm thinking like, but they also want to hit multiple places, and I'm like, you really want to eat like In-N-Out for lunch and then like Steak and Shake for dinner and then get a dessert at like Five Guys? Like I don't know. It's a bit of a difficult thing. So I'm trying to think about how I want to take them to certain areas. I know In-N-Out's a definite. In-N-Out's an absolute definite. But I don't know where to go. I feel like if anything, I would take them to Chili's. You know? Just because Chili's is like, excuse me, madam, what on the menu is under 1,000 calories? Nothing. And then it's like, yes. What's all right, Giddy, here you go. Here is a 32-ounce frozen mug margarita and 3 orders of Tex-Mex Southwestern egg rolls with 14 gallons of dipping sauce. There's also a chocolate lava cake. Like, that's a time, you know? What about Waffle House? We don't have Waffle House on the West Coast. Isn't that kind of like a South Midwest thing? We have like Denny's, you know? Yeah, we don't have any. We have like IHOP and like Denny's, IHOP, things like that, but we don't have a Waffle House. I don't think there's the closest one I think is in Arizona. Maybe there's one in LA, but I'm not going up there. What about Applebee's? We definitely have an Applebee's, but I don't think it's close. That's also a bit more Midwestern-ish. There's a couple. There's like, there's a few, but they're kind of far away. Santa Ana, Anaheim, Corona, LA, Long Beach. I think for the most part, I feel like Applebee's is replaced with like Yard House over here. Or like a BJ's, you know? White Castle. There's definitely a White Castle here, but I also know that's not common. Oh fuck, maybe there isn't. Closest White Castle is in Las Vegas. Dang, not even one in LA? Oh shit. All right, never mind. I was wrong. White Castle is dog shit. I know that like this is multiple different chatters saying multiple different things. Like obviously I like In-N-Out. I think a lot of people's experience with In-N-Out is fucked the same way I experienced poutine the first time, where it's constantly talked about over and over again about poutine, and then I go have poutine in Canada, and it's literally just like gravy, fried cheese, bar food. And I think my mind thought it was something special, like more special than that, because it's so talked up. But it's you know, like high calorie, filthy bar food, which is delicious, don't get me wrong, but I think I expected something more. And so I feel like there are people who go to In-N-Out thinking it's like some kind of 5-star burger, but when they get there, they get a pretty damn good burger, some kind of mid fries, and like a shake, and they're like, this is just a fast food burger. And I'm like, yeah, but it's better than most to, I think, all classic fast food burgers, and it's still pretty cheap. Like, how much is like a double combo? Latest September. A double combo, which is a 2-patty burger, and they're pretty sizable, with fries and a drink, is $11. Which, like, double Baconator combo price. The regular Baconator combo is $9.50. So like that's not bad, you know? I think the burger is better than the Baconator. The pricing is pretty good. Like, you know? And so I think that's kind of where people get messed up. It's like, it's a pretty damn good above average place whose prices are not above average. That's the power. You know? That's the power of it. And also this is also California prices, by the way, which is different. Five Guys is one of those places where you go to Five Guys and you're like, this burger is absolutely incredible, but this burger also cost me like $20. Like, well, that's actually not true. I think it's like a burger combo is $20. It's the price to performance metric. That's the real thing there. Someone in chat was like, White Castle sucks. I don't think White Castle sucks. I believe that White Castle is exactly what it is supposed to be for its cost. White Castle is the perfect price for what it is. It's cheap as fuck. And it tastes okay. It is fine. But I also think that I just have a little bit of a soft spot for like mini burgers. It is fine. Have I ever had Whataburger? I have. Whataburger is like also perfectly fine. I think the strength in Whataburger is not the quality of the food. I think it's the selection. When I looked at the Whataburger menu, I was like, holy fuck. It's like a diner style menu. It's so long. It just keeps going and going and going. You know? Well, Demeki, you gotta text me first. And also, I was too busy. We still do gotta do that, though. White Castle just for gaining sustenance. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I will defend this. I will defend this because my mom's side is from Philadelphia. I will defend the Philly cheesesteak to the grave. It is one of my favorite like trash foods out there. And everyone's like, it's just like beef and cheese on a roll. Like, absolutely. Damn straight it is. But it's amazing Philly cheese, but it's amazing beef and cheese on a roll. It's 2,000 calories of grease that a construction worker needs to go across the entire day. And it's absolutely incredible. I'm not expecting it to be some kind of 5-star here and there. A cheesesteak is amazing. Uncle Phil, this isn't a cheesesteak. You can see the grease doesn't make the bag see-through. Ricky, where'd you get poutine? I've had it in Vancouver and London, Ontario. Those are the two places I've had it in. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I prefer my Philly cheesesteaks a bit more bougie, you know? I've been to Philadelphia. I've been to like Geno's. I've had the classic. But I do like it with, you know, is it provolone? I don't know exactly what it is, but like that with some onions and peppers and a bit of hot sauce and stuff. That's my personal preference when it comes to the cheesesteak. But I've had the slather of like the giant cheese vat. Why in the ever-loving fuck were you in London, Ontario? TennoCon. That's where Digital Extremes is located. Jerry's over Geno's and Pat's. I've had Pat's and Geno's. I haven't had Jerry's. I haven't been to Philly in a while. Yeah, I've only had those two. What do you think of seafood? I love all of it, basically. I'm trying to think of food I don't like. I am the easiest date. There is not a single food place I don't enjoy. Or food type, sorry, that I don't enjoy. Olives? I love olives. Delicious. I mean, cheesecake? I mean, cheesecake I don't like vehemently dislike. I think I'm kind of tossing that one up a bit more because I just think it's like I'll have like 2 bites and be like, I'm done. I don't despise it, but you know, haggis. Dude, I love haggis. I love haggis. You put that with like that combination of ketchup and Worcestershire sauce, mix it together, throw that shit on there, or pour a shot of Macallan over it. I love haggis. Pirogordi and kielbasa, love both of those. Kielbasa is one of the best sausages out there. Salami, love salami. Green or black olives, I do both. Urchin, that might be one. Uni, I don't love uni. It's one of the only sushis that I will eat if I'm having like and like omakase or whatever, and you're supposed to, but I would never order it. Too grainy. Tastes like sea sand. So I guess uni would be the one. Oysters, I like oysters. Menudo, haven't had it. German bratwurst, love that stuff, delicious. Greek food, you can't just say like Greek food, man. It's amazing. Of course I like it. You need to have something weird. Anchovies, I like anchovies. I like shrimp. Blood sausage, black pudding. Blood sausage, yes. I don't know about black pudding. Mochi, fucking love mochi. It's like a dessert. What do you mean? Human flesh, I mean, you know me. Kimchi, like kimchi. Fermented shark, haven't had it. Liver, if seasoned properly. Surströmming, I don't think I've had that. Vegemite, haven't had that either. Kebab heals people. Cilantro, I am a cilantro enjoyer. That's one of the ones I'm okay with. Haven't had escargot or snails, no. No, haven't had those. I don't know, not much. Candy corn, I actually like candy corn. Have I ever had Filipino food? Yeah, I had lechon, like when we showed off the Asterian video to my sister's friend. We had lechon. Hungarian goulash, I don't think I've had that. Licorice, I had to like licorice. My exchange student was from Denmark. You black licorice enjoying fucks. Ever had Wiener Schnitzel? You mean the like fast food chain? Yeah. Yeah. People there's like a weird renaissance of people hating on hot dogs because of the nature of its is Wiener Schnitzel a different kind? Of people disliking hot dogs because of the way they're made, and I think they're all morons. Every food that ever comes out ever looks like a disgusting piece of crap the entire way through the cooking method, and much like artwork, will only ever look good at the end. Your take on Vietnamese food? Oh, it's great. Me and Demeki used to go to, well, not used to, I guess kind of still do, go to a Vietnamese restaurant almost every time he hangs out in Orange County. I've had like lemongrass pork chop. I've had pho. I had like banh mi, bok ho, like the not bone marrow soup, but like the beef tenderloin soup thing in there. I forget what it's called. What else is there? Obviously, like I had lots of like chicken wings and stuff. Those various types. Shaky beef. Shaky. It's like SHAKY. I don't know how to pronounce it, chat. I'm sorry. I can't pronounce it. I don't know Vietnamese pronunciation besides pho. Things like that. Shaking beef, me to the cow. Dino nuggies. Whoa. Okay, let's not get too crazy here. Okay. Have you ever had Korean beef tacos? Yes, I have. Really good. Brazilian food by any chance? I went to a Brazilian steakhouse over the weekend at Twitchcon, but I don't know if that counts. Because it's Fogo de Chao. It's a fancy pantsy like Brazilian steakhouse. It's good. It's very good, and that's all that matters. But I don't know if you would necessarily call it authentic Brazilian food. But I don't really much care, if I'm being honest, because people who are super into making sure their food is authentic are kind of like weirdly gatekeeping tasty food and dining experiences, and I think they're cringe. That being said, I don't necessarily know if I would go to Brazil, if I would have similar food or not. So I don't know if I necessarily know well, but that being said, Fogo de Chao is still very good. There are a couple solid options, but like I don't know what's that like what's that little piece of bread about the size of a golf ball, has cheese in it. Like I don't know what that's called. Pao. Okay, that stuff. Yeah. That stuff is literally cheese bread. Oh, okay. Yeah, stuff. I saw someone leave because they give you that as an appetizer for when you go to Fogo de Chao. So okay, I don't know, for those of you who don't know, Fogo de Chao is an American chain, fancy restaurant, pretty expensive, but you can eat till you die. They give you a little puck, like I don't know, I don't have a thing. Oh, my lens cap. They give you a little puck, and it's either red or green. And if it's green, then people will walk to you with a giant skewer with meat on it, go to your table and say, "Would you like this?" And they'll say prime rib, bacon wrapped chicken, lamb, etc. There's like 15 different meats. There's probably more than that. And if you say yes, then they slice you a piece and then they move on. And they keep going over and over again until you take this thing and you turn it upside down until it's red, and then they stop. And then, you know, maybe you finish eating and then you flip it back over and then they come back. And then they, you know, because they see the little puck on the table. There's also a big salad bar and stuff like that, but that's honestly a trap. It has amazing things like street corn and that kind of stuff, but honestly, it's to probably make you not eat as much meat. It is a total trap, but that's basically what it is, and it is very, very good. Full-on meat coma will probably cost you like $60 a person. So as I said, not cheap, but when you're getting like unlimited food in a fancy dining restaurant experience, I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, it is pretty good. Yeah. I don't know what mine cost was. That's how much it is for like the experience, which is basically like the whole salad bar is open to you as well as all the meat. But of course, if you have like a drink or something, that costs extra. But yeah. Did you get... I did not get my Wagyu. No. Cotton did not hold up her end of the bargain. How dare she? How dare she? Yeah. Correct. Shenanigans. The Brazilian lemonade is great there. I think I did have that. That was pretty good. Yeah. That was pretty good. What else was going on? Bricky seems to be sitting in a chair, but maybe he's faking it. How are we not to know? That's true. That's actually true. I got rid of the headrest because I don't know, I was never really using it much, and I think it kind of put a weird background. So in a sense, you're right. You actually can't tell if I'm currently sitting in a chair or not. There is no chair visible. Best pizza you've had in the US? That's hard, man. Because I haven't been to Chicago, and I think it's unfair to deny Chicago deep dish pizza as a form of pizza. As much as I love the Jon Stewart rant, I don't necessarily think I would... It's still a type of pizza, and it's obviously like a bit for the TV show. But I do like it. I think it's tough because... It's tough because Californian pizza isn't particularly good. It's actually one of the few food options that... Well, let me rephrase this. It's hard to find bad pizza. I'll be totally honest. Even like the worst pizza I've ever had is serviceable pizza. Chuck E. Cheese ass pizza, I will still eat. That said, I don't think I've ever had like a godly pizza, except for a couple of places. What else? Like, I've had a couple of pizzas. It's hard though, because the type of pizza is it's a bit like, that's a tough one, man, because I like types of pizza, you know? I've been in New York. I've been in New York a couple of times, and I've had New York style pizza, and it's very fucking good. It's got like that good charcoal bottom undercarriage. It's got a good crisp to it. It's got a good crunch to it. You know, one bite, everyone knows the rules, the whole 9 yards, and that stuff is very, very good. But at the same time, I don't know if like that kind of thin crust pizza is the kind of pizza I like. I might end up enjoying a bit of a different type of pizza. Maybe something a little bit thicker. Though that said, you know, I don't think you can get a better type of just $1 pizza than you can in New York. Like when I was there, I would go to a random spot, which is $1 a slice pizza, would go get it and be like, damn, this is pizza, and then just move it on. But it's $1 for a slice of pizza, which is like fucking awesome. What else? What else? I don't know, man. There's a lot. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of options. It's hard. It's hard because I like different toppings. I like different styles. I like different not carriages, but the crisps. That's why I said earlier. I'm so like open to anything. I will try any food once. There is not a single food you could hold in front of my face that I will not at least attempt. Minimum. I just like it, you know? I guess the only thing that I guess the only thing that I really despise is like very specific things like uni is not my favorite kind of sushi, despite sushi being like one of my favorite foods, you know? I've had haggis. I like haggis. Like if you can tell me anything, like here's cow testicles, Bricky, and I'll be like, ooh, like I 100%. Here's sheep's head, and I'm like, okay, go down there. Like cool, sick. They're all things I will at least try once. The live fucking squid that you eat, that whole thing, like 100%. Come on, chat. You really gonna hit me with the Haas and no +2s? Fuck, man. All right. At least there was no -2s. It's not much, man. It's not much I won't try. There's not much. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. There's not much. I think someone. Oops, sorry. I think someone mentioned a pizza place over in like Costa Mesa or something that was really good that I like to try. Like there isn't any Mexican food I dislike. You know, everything. Like not just like the usual stuff that you see in fast food places like tacos and burritos and stuff. I mean like a pozole or you know, arroz con pollo. You know, chorizo queso. Like that's all just oof. It's so good. Mole is okay. I'm not huge on mole. I'd eat it, but I wouldn't probably order it. Have I tried tripe? I don't think I've had tripe. I don't think I've had that one. Torta? Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I live like, you know, close to the border. There's a lot of good Mexican food here. Yeah. Man. There's a lot of cool stuff. What else? Favorite Mexican pastries? Ooh, that's a hard one. Okay, I will say, it was like a fast food chain, so it doesn't really count. But there's like a place near-ish me called the Empanada Maker or something like that. And it's definitely not the most, you know, like, fancy tasting empanadas, but they are still empanadas, and I love those bitches. But they would give you like a dozen, and I would get like a bunch of, you know, various like meat empanadas and stuff, but they did have dessert versions of them, like key lime pie filling and like chocolate filling and stuff, and oh, it was definitely like a fast food dessert style thing, but it really banged, man. It was so good. The best Mexican food is from a food truck with a fat dude with a dirty wife beater. I feel like if there's a fat dude with a dirty wife beater at any restaurant, that's the best food you're gonna have. I feel like you can say the exact same thing about an Italian man or a Southern man, and it'll all be the same. I do know there was a barbecue place down south that I wanted to check, down in San Juan Capistrano. I forget what it was called. I actually have a note-taking list of all of the different kinds of food places I wanted to roll with. Doodaloo. Here we are. Heritage Barbecue. Okay, so chat, like I see 4.5 stars and I'm like, that's pretty good. I see 4.5 stars with 700 reviews and I'm like, okay. That's holy fuck. Hold on. Damn. All right. That's that looks pretty good. I don't mind that. So I might need to check out this Heritage Barbecue place. I might need to do a little bit of that. Just a little bit of that. Oh, what's up? How did you say it's Taka? Hello, Takahata 101. How are you today? So I'm going over food options. I myself, we're talking a lot about like various food places and things, and Taka it is. What's up? What's up, man? We're talking about food stuff, and there's a lot of like food places near here that I'm in Orange County, and I'm trying to like look around at, and there's a lot of neat places. Oh, this was that other one. There was someone who had like a Costa Mesa. Was it Los Primos? Los Primos Cantina. Oh no, that was the Mexican place. Mari's Pizza in Long Beach? I think that was the one. No, Mari's Pizza is in Pizza of Orange. It's in Anaheim. Pizza and Italian restaurant. Nah, whatever. I'll get there eventually. Cali has the best food. Yeah, people aren't ready for that take. That people are not ready for that take, but I'm fully in agreement. The only places I've had better, a larger variety of quality food is NYC. It's the only place, and I honestly think it's because of just because like that's the hub of, you know, finance and culture. People get their shit going there, you know. But yeah, people aren't fully ready for that take. But the food, but it's just because everyone hates this place either for political reasons or whatever the hell. But like, yeah, there's very little food here that is bad. I don't think there's a single culture's food that we don't have at least an 8 out of 10. We're also the biggest city in the country, and Queens is the most diverse place in the world, so you can get anything. Exactly. I really like visiting NYC. It's always fun because the people there are like, don't get me wrong, they're definitely on the surface assholes, but after you like get to know them, they're a lot more, they're very interesting to chat with. And it's got quite the culture, a very like tight knit culture, you know? It's fun. I need to visit again. I need to do more visiting in general. I think maybe this might sound stupid from me. It's a very first world problem, but I've kind of grinded away my 20s a little bit harder than I would have liked. And now that I'm about to turn 30, I'm starting to think that I need to do more traveling. So I might end up doing more of that. I might end up going to like a few more places. I want to start a little bit slow, visit some other countries that aren't the US but still English speaking, and then move away from that. So I might go visit like, I kind of want to go like to New Zealand or Australia or something like that. Eventually go to the UK and maybe go to Germany and stuff like that. But once we go from there, maybe we'll start visiting other places like Korea and Japan and so on, you know? Bricky, we got to do a pub crawl. I will absolutely do a pub crawl. Come to Brazil. I would love to visit each of the Latin American countries, but I definitely want to get like a guide. Definitely want to get a guide. I talk about Poland way too much, but visit Katowice or Warsaw. I'd like to go to one of those. Don't they have like IEM Katowice or whatever it's called? And like that'd be a good reason for it. I don't know. There's some stuff like that. Isn't 30s exactly the time when you travel? You're probably not wrong. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. I don't know. I need to be more secure in my current like world, if that makes any sense. My like finances and all that kind of thing. I'm really, you know, clearly I'm very happy for myself. I feel like I'm doing very well for myself. But everything's moving too quickly. Like for example, right now, you know, like at the end of every single month, like even though the channel is doing really well recently, like I'm not adding anything to like savings or anything. Like it's all being reinvested every single time. So I'd like to get it to a point where I can kind of take a step back and just like be comfortable in knowing that things will chill throughout the time when I leave. If that makes any sense, I guess, you know, have a little bit more autonomy. I guess I mean, that makes a little bit of sense. I'm hoping, you know, you're able to kind of like trust your folks and everyone else and set things up and just kind of like relax, and then I can do a little bit more moving. But I'm also a bit of a homebody, so, you know. There's a website called Locify that allows you to hire a guide for the city you want to visit. Ooh, add that to my notes. Thank you for that. Chatting. Hey, thanks, Squishy Otters. Squishy Otters, whatever. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Go rent one of those Hobbit homes in New Zealand. I need to see your tall ass walking through it. Can you rent Hobbit homes? How much New Zealand tourism is Lord of the Rings based? Am I going to watch today's State of Play? When is it? $3 p.m. PST. I wanted to play Frostpunk today, but I might watch I may watch the State of Play instead, and then we'll do Frostpunk tomorrow. Because I would like to, because I hear they're like remastering The Last of Us again, and I need to know if that's true. I need to know if that's true. What about a trip with the boys? I mean, we should do a trip with the boys, Demeki. We should do a trip with the boys. Yeah, it is way too early for a remaster. I do agree, but I gotta be honest. I'm feeling like this doesn't happen. This does not happen, unless. I don't know. Just what I don't know. Whatever it is. Like I don't know. This doesn't happen unless it keeps selling. If that makes any sense? It doesn't happen unless they just keep selling, because they just keep selling it, right? Like they just keep. People got to keep buying it, right? Like they wouldn't keep doing this if they don't keep buying it. Before COVID, I traveled 3 times to visit Chernobyl. Long before the series, the soccer games fascinated me. It is and continues to be an incredible place. Yeah, Chernobyl is on my bucket list. Unfortunately, at the current moment, it's not my favorite spot to visit. I could explain why, but I think you can garner a decent amount of reasoning for that. Which is unfortunate because apparently it is a very cool place to be. Bricky, yesterday I made half a dozen caramel apples to see for myself how good they are, and I ate all of them. No regrets, but Jesus Christ, my heart. I mean, you ate 6? Even I didn't eat 6. Yeah. His sins will not be his sins will never be clear and obvious. Boy, your teeth. I mean, just brush your teeth afterwards. It shouldn't be too bad. Also, do people assume that you eat a caramel apple like... Do you guys all eat it like this with a stick? Or do you guys eat it like... Do you cut it up? Because I feel like you should be cutting it up. Top to bottom? What the fuck? I insert them anally. Fair. You eat them top to bottom? I mean, I do feel like that might be a little bit much. I mean, I think it might be a little bit much, you know? Like the tiniest bit. Unless I'm the crazy one. Unless I'm the weird one. But I don't think I'm the weird one. I don't know if I don't know. It's like a whole... It's a whole thing. All right, chat. Give me one moment. I need to use the restroom real fast. I will be right back. Sorry, I also need to text my manager real quick. Oh, there's our person. Hello, Fifi. Nice to meet you. I don't think I've ever spoken technically on stream. I'm so sorry. Bad timing. I'll be right back. I shall return. Chat, I'd like you to all do me a quick favor. If you can all count 1, 2, and 3. If you guys break the count, you need to restart. I'll be right back. Wow, what the fuck? We are reaching insane levels of Wide Among Us gay sex. Insane levels. In fact, so much so I need to tweet it. Wide Among Us gay sex. The tweet has been sent. Fantastic. Here's a link, chat, in case you want to retweet it. Thank you. Let me grab this. So I want to come back. I got a food. So chat, I made a bit of a, maybe not necessarily a oopsie, but let's say how do you say this? Bricky may have lacked a little bit of critical information earlier. A little bit of critical information earlier. I did a gameplay test for a game at PAX West. It was for a game called 6 Days in Fallujah, hardcore FPS game. Didn't know much about it. Wanted to try it out, give it a shot, play the game. Was really fun. Talked with the devs. They were very nice. It was a lovely experience. Didn't know much about the title. Bit of a more contentious thing than I expected it to be. So through one of the parts of the ad tweet earlier today, and got a couple messages from a couple folks who I really respect, and I think I might be a good day to not continue with that plan. Just a bit of a mention, only because you may have seen it and you may see that it is not there anymore. Just as a thing to note. No, not 5 Nights in Fallujah. That is a... That's such a fucked thing. FNAF. Did I know about this game before PAX West? No. Never heard of it. Never heard of it before. Saw it, was like, that's super cool sounding. Played the demo, great stuff. As a vet, thanks, Bricky. Yes, I was specifically messaged by a couple of very close friends who are also veterans. And that was the reason why I chose. The gameplay was very good. It was very good, very hardcore, quite frightening as a game. So they definitely pulled that stuff off pretty well. But there's a couple weirdnesses about it that I was not aware of prior to playing the game. So a few things like that. But yeah, sick gameplay though. The gameplay was pretty sick, definitely. But I really take some of the opinions I got pretty well. Like, they're people I really respect. So, you know. Okay, Brick, you need to look at Forever Winter. Shy mentioned Forever Winter. Shy mentioned Forever Winter. Yeah. What? So, hold on. Give me a moment. It's pretty early, isn't it? It's super buggy. Oh, it's mixed. Oh no, because it looked so good. If you are considering this game above everything else, please acknowledge this is not like other early access games. This game is half-baked, unfinished, janky, and needs a lot more time. Can you imagine how much we've changed in our years? To say this game is not like other early access games, it's bad. It's like 10 years ago or less, we would have said this game is not like other early access games. It's good. We would have said the opposite though. No, give it some credit, chat. Give it some credit. Like the fact that we've moved on and early access games are mostly not bad nowadays is a good point. Back in the day, nowadays they're not so much alphas, they're just unfinished. But that's, I guess it a little depends too, because unfinished games are games that are in 1.0 too. Give me a second, I'm eating a croissant. Manly Reviews, what's up, man? Yeah, it was great bumping into you too. I hope you've been really well. TwitchCon was fucking awesome. I had a fantastic time. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess it depends, because if the devs' intentions were to do that and like do all that kind of stuff, cool. That being said, you are, you know, still playing, like you're still like there's like a certain level of like, well, you're still buying a product, so there's a certain mixture about that, and for the average individual is not expected to do that much research on it. So, a little weird. I don't know. But I don't know. It looks neat. The visual style is really pretty. I love it. You know, I love that kind of like disgusting post-war, you know, kind of crap. It's really neat. Have I ever ever heard of the game Satisfactory? Of course I have. I haven't played the 1.0 yet. I haven't gone fully into that. It reminds me a lot of like a normal human style, not a space marine. Yeah, it's like regular. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. It's Inotria apparently had a rough launch, not that many sales. Yeah, Inotria the Last Song, right? It's the new Souls game? That's not early access, right? It is not. I heard something kind of along the lines of like, it's pretty decent, but after the first boss, it gets really crazy tough. I was talking with someone when I was at TwitchCon, and they specifically said there's a move. I think it was it Girl DM? I think it was Girl DM. There's a move when you dodge. If you're locked on to the boss, its laser will track you, but only if you're locked on, and it's like basically undodgeable. But if you're unlocked, it won't track you? Or something like that? I can't tell if that's an intentional mechanic or if it's bugged, because apparently the game is relatively buggy. So Dark Souls 2. What's that? Is that hell? No, Bricky. That's Shrine of Amana. You know, it's actually a great point, chat. We should make a meme template like that. Like, hello, is this hell? No, yeah, this is hell. But no, it looks like hell. It's like, it looks like all fiery and demonic. And it's like, hello, is this hell? It's like, oh no, this isn't hell. That's hell. And the next part of the comic is like the thing you hate, like Caelid, or, you know, Shrine of Amana, or something along those lines. Or some Blight Town, some horrible area. There's a meme template in there. The DMV. Sorry, chat. That was tasty. I'm back. I've returned. White Among Us Gay Sex. Heathens, all of you. Dante told us what hell was in his fanfic of the Bible. Well, Dante's fanfic of the Bible doesn't matter. You know? Don't worry about Dante's fanfic of the Bible. It's all perfectly fine. And here we are with Night Lord's gay sex. That is not how that goes. Not in the slightest. Dante's fanfic of the Bible. You mean Ultra Kill? God damn you, Ruben. God damn you, Ruben. You too? Goodness gracious. Hey, Bricky, me again. Love your content. Area play Dead Space or Callisto Protocol? I played Dead Space before. I have not played the Callisto Protocol. I think I saw a little bit of it and I was like, you know, don't know how I feel about that one. Don't know if I'll be playing that one at all. Hi, Bricky, I decided to get a box. Oh, the BA box, the Blood Angel box. Gotcha. Are you thinking Emperor's Children on the 5th? I'm hoping Emperor's Children at some point, please God. Yeah. Heyo, what's the current story? Oh, you know, the current story is that we are chatting about TwitchCon events, which was really fun. And in about 51 minutes, the Sony State of Play will go and we'll talk about that. We'll stream that together. We'll chat about it. And then after that, I will send you all to another streamer. And then I am going to be, you know, I don't know, I'll do other stuff. And that will be awesome. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Hey, guys, I was wondering if you're planning on covering the Dark Imperium book series. Maybe at some point. I wouldn't mind doing so. A Dark Imperium is that a trilogy with Gilliman and Mortarion? That's like the 8th edition opening, right? When things kind of adjusted. I remember that. I mean, we talked about a decent bit of it as like a story concept, but I know it's also kind of what's happening in the modern day, and I hear it's pretty good, so that's an option. So the State of Play lineup has potentially leaked. Yeah, so I saw the State of Play lineup potentially leaking. I don't know if it's actually leaking, but I do know that there's apparently like multiple Last of Us 1 or something. Now, hold on, chat. I need to go answer my door. Hey, how's it going? How was the White Among Us gay sex chat? I see you've enjoyed yourselves. Scatter, run, White Among Us scatter. They're just going. They're just actually going. Look at the speed and look at the power. Incredible. Incredible. Wow. Truly fascinating. Yes? You people have a weird sense of humor. Granted, I mean, I guess I could blame myself for half of this, but you know, it's maybe it is me. Maybe I'm the problem, or maybe you're the problem. Look at myself. You're right. This look, this visual, is clearly the one that says, you know what we need today? We need more Wide Among Us gay sex. That's what we need. God damn. This is what we require. Alright, that's enough, chat. I command you to cease. Command. And what's up, Unknown and Logar and Wicked H for the primes. Mods, destroy those that don't cease. Defeat them. Crush them under your grip. Brick confirmed homophobic. Unless they post caught. Unless they post caught. Then they can survive for a little bit longer. Oh, hi there, Eric. Thanks for the super chat. That's very kind. I really enjoyed the episode of Adric with Pat. Me too. It was great. I have been watching him and TBFP for over a decade. I was happy to see him interact with the other guys that I really like. How was it that you got him on the show? Shy was friends with them. Actually, it's not the first time they've been on the show. Pat was on the show for the Mortarian or Death Guard episode way back when. So it's actually the second time. But yeah, he's been on the show. That's twice now. Shy knows all the people. So Shy was able to get Pat on the show, and it was a pretty good time. So yeah. Also, hey Benjamin, thanks for the $5. I'm glad you're enjoying Dead at Sky Black Sun. I hear it is also very good, and Uriel Ventress is a very interesting character. But yes, chat, I am very happy to be back from TwitchCon. It was a good time. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my time. It was a great blast. I am happy it was only a very easy one single drive down and up. That's one of the benefits of living where I live, is that most cons are in LA or SD, and I can make a quick drive. Best TwitchCon by far. Not even a question, honestly. Not even a question. Best TwitchCon by far. Really fun. But I am also like kind of happy to be back, if I'm being totally honest. It feels very good, especially because as soon as I got home, or I think it was Monday morning. I got up the new like 100-hour Space Marine video. We got up the Cottontail collab number 2. The Halo with Matara is being worked on, and it's pretty great to see. You know, all those things are heading up, and yeah, honestly, love it. Met a bunch of great people. I have to respond to some messages once chat's over. And yes, con season is over. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God for that. I can finally relax over the period of time over the entire fall season. Did I meet Jabroni Mike? Jabroni Mike literally messaged me maybe 5 minutes ago. That's one of the messages I need to respond to after the stream is over. Yeah, Mike is a fucking Chad, dude. They're all really good, but I gotta be honest, there's a certain aura that Mike kind of proliferates throughout all of his time at Twitchcon, or at least the times I met him, that's just so, it's so very genuine. It's a very kind one, but it's got such like a, I don't know how to describe it, you know? It's like, you could be talking about fucking God knows what, it doesn't even matter, and you get a feeling that he's like, he really like is interested. He's very curious. So, yeah, plus 100 aura. Exactly. Hey, thanks for 1,000 bits, Age of the Imperium. Your videos are great and your forehead is pristine. Those are the only two things I could ever care about. Those are the only two things I need. Zest. There's a little bit of zest. He was wearing a pretty cool shirt. Had like a floral shirt one of the days. We matched because I also tend to wear very bright, loud colors when I'm ever at like cons and stuff. So gotta appreciate a little bit of zest. Sorry for picking myself, but would you ever consider coming to New York Comic-Con? I don't know, probably not. New York is busy enough as it is, and I'm not quite sure if I would want to go to the Comic-Con in New York. San Diego makes it kind of insane when you're there, but the New York one I feel like would be even more dense. I would love to go to New York for a con, but maybe not that one. Hot take, I don't think his forehead is that big, to be honest. So, you're half right. My forehead is definitely large. I think a combination of my hairstyle and these glasses, and also the fact that very often whenever I do and say anything, I like furrow my brow. Because I always kind of do this, which adds more distance, you know? I think it definitely helps. The hair being slicked back also is the same, but it's also a little bit of angle. It's a little bit of angle. Like if I look at you dead on, it's like, that's a solid size forehead's a big above average. But if I do this, it looks bigger. What, regular? God help me if I do this. Now it looks enormous. You know? So there's a little bit of that as well. A little bit of that a visual aesthetic. I never looked this man in the eyes before. That was wild. Focusing. Back up, Jack. The thumbnail found. That's a good point. Bricky, why are you watching me jork at stupid style? Oh shit, you're doing some Bricky and chill? Hell yeah. Alright. Save me like a Corona. The hair definitely does make it look bigger. If I had hair on the bangs, no, like, you know, over my front of my face, it would definitely not look as big. But I also just like don't care, you know? Like it's a funny joke to talk about, but like it's like whatever, man. It's my forehead. Who cares, you know? Look at that one mafia boss from the Spider-Man games. You mean Kingpin? Do you mean Kingpin? Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Thanks for the dono, Golden Gus. You're a little bit behind on the VOD, but I appreciate it. Tombstone? Wait, that's a... Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Oh, no, okay. This dude's got a fucking blockhead. He's got such a blockhead. Holy. Now they mean hammerhead? Okay, chat. Okay. Sure. They mean hammerhead. Right. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, look. It's, oh, look. Here's the official, like, toy. of Hammerhead. Nah. Not quite. No, unfortunately, chat has deemed that I look like George Costanza. That seems to be the next main decision. Where are the images? Because I posted it on Twitter, at least one of them. But give me a sec. I just scroll up so far. You people type too much. People type so... Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god, now they're arguing about Halo 5. Shut up. Get me to the Costanzas. There we go. There's so many. Okay, I finally found them. Give me a moment as I open up the various images. So what the fuck, man? So we got George Costanza from Seinfeld. And then we have Bricky from Bricky. Which, I will admit, the glasses are pretty similar. That definitely helps a little bit. I won't lie on that one. However, I don't know how I feel about that. That one makes me feel a little bit more uncomfortable. Generally. Like, just from the vibe. There's a couple of these that are also maybe like some of these edits are some of these edits are just they're a little bit uncanny in the general. Jesus. See, this one's kind of strange, though, because it actually kind of makes him look like a Giga Chad, you know? This one actually makes him look really cool, and I don't know why. Like the general line actually does make him look cool, but then there's like these, and never in my life would I ever consider myself the Costanza. I always considered myself the Kramer, minus the racism. And then I was like, oh, the funny goofy guy who's out there, you know, streaming and making a stupid thing to himself in front of an audience. I certainly wasn't Jerry. And my mom is more like Elaine than I am. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel. You're absolutely the Costanza. I feel like now you might have like recent bias, in fairness. I think maybe at the moment you guys have maybe seen a whole bunch of pictures of me photoshopped on George Costanza, and therefore you assume I'm George Costanza, much like people thought that Germa looked like the yellow M&M, when in reality he does not look like the yellow M&M. But it took him 10 minutes to figure out that he does in fact not look like the yellow M&M. He is 100% measurehead. Yeah, our ghoul has affected your system. Your forehead is weak compared to your pitiful race. Ham sandwich. Yo, Bricky, Dax here. Oh, hey, what's up, Dax? How you doing? Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you as well. Yeah, it was great chatting. Talking with Oscar and folks and stuff. Yeah, he was setting up the Iron Mouse thing. It was really pleasure to meet you, and thank you for being around. Your body betrays your degeneracy. That was actually really funny. At the con, there's a guy who helps out some of the Vishojo folks. A guy named Oscar, dope dude, really dope dude. But he was carrying around Iron Mouse, because Iron Mouse, as you know, has like, you know, medical stuff, so she doesn't leave her house. So he had this big ass tripod with like an iPad and a camera, and it all hooked up to like a battery pack and like a little Steam Deck type thing to take her. So yeah, he was the mouse carrier. He took her around and stuff. And it was really funny because she was like getting up or waking up or whatever to set it all up, and there's like a little speaker on the bottom of it, and the moment she spoke, she was like, hello, in her classic mouse thing, and it was so fucking loud. I cannot genuinely describe to the extent of how overtuned the speaker was at that time. So we were in this little like outer alcove by the artist alley, and it actually fucking jump scared me because I just heard that at max volume right behind me. It was so funny. It was so funny. Skyrim ass shout, yeah, no, but then you know he walked her around and like, you know, met people, so to speak, you know, with like the whole thing, and it was pretty cool. It's actually, you know, what's that phrase they always say? Necessity is the mother of invention, whatever the hell it's called. She's Latina. She is very loud. Yeah, but also the speaker was up pretty high. The idea that they've created a situation to allow you to meet VTubers while still staying in character in that method is pretty damn cool. Plus, it's easier than the robot. Also, Oscar is built like a fucking freight train. The dude is jacked as shit, so carrying around mouse is like fine for him. Like every like boom operator, you know? So it makes sense. But yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff there. I think didn't he cosplay? What's Michi's mascot called? Jared. Thank you. And I think he cosplayed Jared. I think he was like buff Jared at the con as well. Weird ass little thing, Jared. Wait, Michi's mascot is Jared, right? Or her fan base is not Jared's, correct? I'm trying to remember. Foreskins. Oh, right. I forgot. Goody. Oh, the scammers? I think scammers is correct, actually. Yeah. I think it is scammers. Or is Michi the scammer? Officially scammers, unofficially foreskins. Lovely. Okay, good to know. Saw a few Cottontail Sims at the con. A few, brother. There were Cottontail Sims all over the con. They were wearing that thing you guys talked about. I forget what it was. The Haori. It's a very obvious and clear thing to wear because it's big, extremely colorful. Happy? Happy. Is it a happy or a Haori? Which one? Happy clothing. Images. Haori clothing. This is more like a Haori. Haori? Or is it Japanese, so would it be like a Haori? Howdy. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it, I don't care. Fuck it, whatever. Yeah, it's more like this one. Let me find it. Let me find the merch. I can't find it for hers. Damn it. Whatever. Yeah, a lot of people were wearing that. And it's very obvious because you can see all the memorabilia and everything on it. It's bright purple and pink, so you know it makes a lot of sense. Bricky when he meets Cat at a con. Cat? Oh, chat at a con. No, I'm never scared of chat. Chat's genuinely pretty good. I have very few chat issues. What's nice is that I don't get like stalkers or anything like weird like that. You get a few floaters every so often, people who just like are kind of lounging around the same area you're at and clearly want to talk to you after the thing is over, and you kind of got to politely tell them like, yeah, man, hey, it was really nice meeting you, but you know, I got to run right now. Pleasure, enjoy the rest of your con. If I bump into you again, awesome. And then you leave. And then normally they get the point by then. And I've never had to have a stern talking to. There's a very big difference between like just like failing the Riz check versus actually having like a follower or a floater. Floaters are a bit weird, you know, but it's pretty rare that you have that kind of issue. You know, there's a little bit of that, but that's all right. A stern talking to another adult is wild. Well, I mean, if they're not listening, then they're gonna get a stern talking to. But you know, I'm not gonna like yell at them. It's a much more like a, hey man, I appreciate it, but like you need to leave. And that's about it. You know? But other than that, it's just kind of, you know, the usual kind of meeting a fan. And you know, if I need to go, like, I mean, often I don't have a ton of time to talk to fans. I always will give everyone like minimum 1 minute. You get like 60 seconds without a doubt. I like totally like, hey, nice to meet you. Hope you're having a great con. They'll probably tell me something like, you got me into Warhammer or League or something. And I'm like, that's fucking dope. Sometimes they show me their army. I got a lot of people who showed me their army this weekend. It was really cool. And then after that, it's either like, sign something or a picture, handshake or a fist bump, like pleasure meeting you. Hope you have a great rest of your con. And then I'm on my way. And that's fine. It's great, man. It's a super that actually nods. That's kind of how it goes. You got me into League. I do respond with I'm sorry pretty often. Yeah, it's pretty simple. There's a lot of things I don't really need to worry about in that kind of world. It helps that I look like a generic, just like regular ass white dude. So some people think it's me, but aren't 100% sure because there's a million guys that look like me. So that kind of helps a little bit without bogging me down. Yeah, I don't really foster parasocial stuff. That's not really my vibe, my game. There's a lot of people also, they also don't think I'm 6'3", and because they don't think I'm 6'3", they're just like, no, there's no way, you know, because I look short when I'm standing here. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's the camouflage. That's pretty good. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. I mean, I've had friends who clearly have stalkers and weird issues, and I've had to on 2 occasions now like save them, and by that I mean like take them out the back and escort them out of a con. I've had to do that a couple times, but they're for, you know, female streamers that will remain nameless. So like there's occasionally those things that happens, but it's, I don't know, there's a certain level of like the crackhead food chain. That's my new phrase, the crackhead food chain. You know, I'm here, I'm walking down like LA and at like midnight, you know, by myself or something. There's a damn good chance that the crackhead that wants to start trouble on the street will look at me and then probably look at the person maybe behind me or down the street, and they will most likely, a higher percentage chance that they will be smaller or not a dude, and then not fuck with me and fuck with them. It's not necessarily like a good thing, but I feel like I go into a lot of places that you could not if you were smaller or a woman, that I can go to because I am tall and a dude. So it's the crackhead hierarchy, you know? It's you know, I don't let my female friends after like 8 p.m. like walk by themselves when we're in cities. I mean, if they tell me leave, I'll obviously leave, but like if they're going somewhere, I tend to accompany them. It's just like what you should do, you know? You know, strength in numbers and all that kind of shit. It's just how it is, especially for like people who are like have notoriety. If you have notoriety, even doubly so. You know, you gotta be careful with that stuff. So, you know. And then Matara and Limes walk behind me, and then they make fun of me and demasculate me, and they're like, look at him go, look at the big man, look at him walk. Jesus, America seems dangerous. You have to do that. No, it's just a city thing. It's just a city thing. It happens in any major city. I mean, I don't. Can you imagine like London? Like, I'm imagining past 8 p.m., 9 p.m. on London is not much better. You know, that's just a city thing. Yeah. The only difference is that there's a slightly more. They're really populated, so it's, you don't see it as like you still see it, but it's not as like a percentage basis as high. But homeless is a little worse in West Coast. Well, at least in California, because of the weather. There's a few other reasons, but the weather's a big one. When you don't, like, you know, freeze to death in the winter, and the winter is at worst like 45 degrees Fahrenheit, you know, you could be homeless a lot easier. You know, I don't know if you could be homeless in like Alaska, at least not easily. Not freezing to death is pretty pog. It's pretty pog. Pretty pog. There's a certain different class of homeless in San Diego. Yeah, San Diego has its homeless issue, no doubt, but I think it's not as bad as LA, that's for certain. I was surprised. I was surprised that Portland had almost worse when I went to Portland. Mainly because of the weather. You'd think there'd be less. But I heard that it was a lot better until like COVID. I heard COVID really put a damper on Portland's stuff. I heard it really made made a big change there. I know that like I hear that like Dallas is bad. I hear like Dallas is like fucking rough. Austin I know has its own back and forth, but from a few of my friends, they're like, yeah, Dallas is like really bad. Dallas, Salad, Boggle. Sorry. Vegas has it too, but I don't know what's up with Vegas. I think Vegas is just too populated. You can't tell. Like, there is definitely homeless in Vegas, but like, well, they might burn to death. There's also that, but I think it's just there's so many people that like it just the percentage is just off. Like, for example, when I was in like in Salem, Oregon, for example, Salem felt like it had an insanely bad homeless problem. But then I realized that it's not actually like more than any other city. It's just there's like a mission there. There's like a homeless facility mission there. And because Salem is not a very, like, it's got a population, but it's not a super populated city, the percentage of people you see on the street is just a higher percentage to be a homeless person. Therefore, it looks worse than it probably is. So yeah. I don't know. I'm not intelligent enough to fix it. I got nothing, chat. I think everyone likes to make their opinion on how to do it, and I got nothing. I got nothing, brother. I'm not gonna comment on things I don't understand and make opinions on stuff. Like, I know it's certainly bad, but like, you know, the people who are like down on their luck and stuff tend to kind of not be on the street and screaming. And so you got the drug problem, and then there's the mental problem, and then there's the you can't help people who don't want to be helped. And yeah, I got nothing. Send them to the mines. Have them work in the generator. Earn their way. Yeah, shit's too complicated, man. I give up. I also don't trust any of chat's opinion, because I'm imagining none of you have any political experience to be able to talk about this problem either. So, you're all, of course. Why didn't we servitorize them? Damn it, you're right. They can't have mental problems and they don't have a mind to begin with. So true. So true, bestie. Damn. What an intelligent... What? Damn. Damn. Oh well. Except when they remember their lives before being a servitor. Yeah, but they can just like scream in their own brain and we don't need to hear it. All babies left at firehouses get cherubed. I forget who said that. It was something like, I can't wait for a new person to 40K to show up and see a cherub and be like, what the fuck is that thing? And then the next response was, what the fuck is this thing? It's like, what is this flying baby metal? What the hell? It's in a cage. SpongeBob, Bob, why is it in a cage? Because it growled at me. What is up with that though? They're slaves. Sometimes you need slaves that can fly, and it's expensive to put things that can fly on adult humans. So you take small humans that can fly, and then they're slaves. And they bring you ammo and incense to pray more. Hey Brick, do you like turn-based strategy? Sometimes, yeah. Do you like roguelites? Sure. Do you like white-haired women fighting unimaginable horrors? If then yes, if you have a recommendation, other side. All right. Let's give it a look. Other side. It's $1. This is probably not the game you were thinking of. There we go. Mostly positive. Mostly good, mostly thumbs up. I will consider it. Wait, was that Focus Entertainment? Holy shit, it was Focus Entertainment. They're the publishers who did Space Marine. Not the devs. Devs are Saber. Yeah, tactics game. The children yearn to be ammo carriers. Yeah. I mean, they don't really yearn much. I love how cherubs are in Space Marine 2. It would have taken them no work to not put them in, but they decided to put them in to freak out newbies. Well, I think they put them in also because it's like lore accurate, you know? They do, I mean, look at all the candles. I won't lie. A mechanic in the game where you need to like do an ammo resupply and refill your stims and ammo, and it, like you place like a marker and a bunch of cherubs float down with an ammo crate would kind of go so hard, and it maybe even explain what their uses are a bit more. I'm a little sad that they didn't do that. Not actually sad, because like that's just an idea I had in my head, but that would be pretty cool. London after 8 p.m. is like Yarnum or Krot. London after we lose the World Cup or the Euros is like the Battle of Arakan in Dune Part 1. You football people. I can't really say that because we burned down every city after it too. And that is a bit of hypocrisy. I'm not gonna lie about it, all right? A lot of people are like, Smoking Duck Gift classic. Oh, Americans when they win or lose a football game. But then you immediately go to like any other place in Europe when your home country loses a soccer game or whatever, and you are just as bad, if not sometimes worse. The Latin American countries are like trying to kill them sometimes. So, not gonna lie, I think maybe these aren't entirely apples and apples. Crazy football fans are cringe, okay? Hey, listen, I agree, but don't come at me for our shenanigans when you've got it just as bad. I live in England, it ain't great on footy night. Footy night. Bro, I'm Brazilian. Hey, Germans, that guy, get him. Seven to 1. I knew it would be that quick. I was so fast. It was so quick. They were prepared. They already had it set up, and it's like the Germans in the chat are like, all right, wait until one of those fuckers enter here. I got this copy paste right here. Control V has never been hit so quickly. You look at their keyboard, the Control and the V have been rubbed so many times, like you can't even see the letters on them anymore. I was gonna make a bad joke. I was gonna make a very bad joke. Hey, Bricky, quick Night Lord question. Do you think the Decimus, the current warband leader who has Talos Swords, the kid of Septimus and Octavia? It's left into interpretation, but I think they're making you assume that probably. Do it, coward. Okay. Me, a League of Legends player. Currently, my keyboard has rubbed off the letter N. That was the bit. I mean, that was the bit, you know. Clip it and cancel him. I mean, have you played League of Legends? Have you played League of Legends? Yeah, it's N for no. Like I'm never ever going to surrender. Like surrender like FF at 15. No. The problem is that he keeps on typing no, but sometimes he mistypes and he types NI, and then that's why they're both rubbed off. Or N is for noob. There's also that. Wait and listen, dude. Wait until you find out how many times he said GG. All right, we're done. 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 No more chat. We're done. We're done. All right. Anyway, so we have a Sony State of Play to watch today as well. That is a thing that we are going to be heading over and doing soonish. Allow me a quick moment to set this stuff up because I cannot wait for another Bloodborne remake. So excited. It's going to be so good, chat. It's going to be so good. Another Bloodborne remake. All right, chat. Some of you are playing a little close to the fire. My joke ended at a particular time. I'm gonna cut you all off. Bloodbornium. Oh, is that the version of copium that we're using? Hopefully that's the song in the State of Play is not too loud, but we'll find out. Okay. Let's see here. Sony State of Play. Yay. Done. Adjusted that. Can I change the name of my stream without it breaking, or will that just naturally break? I accidentally closed my dock, and I was really upset about that because I'm a big fan of docking. There we go. Got it. Got it. Maybe I'll open up my YouTube and see what I can pull from that one. Commence the Haws in chat right now. Oh, no Haws? Oh, there's one of them. I got one Ha. It's all right. One Ha is fine enough. Twitchcon recap and then Sony State of Play. I can't wait for Silksong to once again not exist. It's gonna happen again. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Do you have a PO box per chance? No, unfortunately, I do not, Eric. Not anymore. I did when I was like first starting off streaming. That's about it. So we got a little bit of that going on. Let's go. Silksong being pushed back again. When you say Silksong out loud, that's what happens. I don't know. I didn't see the leaked version of it. Man, the White Among Us gay sex thing really popping off. Damn, this is doing numbers. I've honestly just gotten used to this shit right now with an image of Mrs. Krabappel with a fucking cigarette. Silk Song is this generation's Half-Life 3. You know, it's technically, I think both of it's our generation's Half-Life 3, because once again, Half-Life 3 is not out. It is once again not out still. I mean, I guess there was Half-Life Alyx, but I don't know if that necessarily counts. Just cause I don't know if it counts. Simply put. Simple as. All right. So let's see this real quick. Let me make some adjustments. Let me move this over here. Let's bring chat in. Let's bring in the monitor capture in. Awesome. Let's bring in Bricky. Let's turn off the Night Lord's border, because as funny as it is, it's not quite what I'm aiming for right now. Let us go ahead and do that. And that's fantastic. Let me grab YouTube chat and yank you across. Move this about here-ish. We need a Bloodborne 2 Copium image. It's a pretty good idea. It's actually a fantastic idea. I like that idea a lot. I think a Bloodborne 2 Copium image would be really good. We're not showing chat during this, their chat, that is, because the people in like YouTube chats, especially on these types of things, are extremely toxic. Let me get a Bloodborne Copium. Bloodborne Copium image. Here we go. Bloodbornium. Perfect. Save image as. If this saves it as a Reddit post, I'm going to cry. Perfect. That's a fine spot. That's a fine spot. That's fine. It shows what it needs to say. It shows what it needs to show. Perfect. Austin, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you. And Wargod, thank you. Let's see how Sony will disappoint us this time. Well, you know, I don't know. Sony does disappoint sometimes. But I think it's okay. I'm actually more excited more than anything, because now the PS5 might actually have some games to play. Woo! Ugh. PS5. What are the PS5 exclusives? I actually can't even say that nowadays, because we got Astrobot, and apparently Astrobot's really good. Apparently it's like really good. So God of War. There is God of War. There is God of War. That's true. Yeah, apparently Astrobot is like in the contention for Game of the Year, and that's like crazy, but I believe it. Oh, right. I looked up Bloodborne Copium. We can close these tabs now. Actually, maybe this is a better spot up here. Maybe down here. That's pretty good. I'm okay with that. Spider-Man is also on PC. True. But Spider-Man's good. Spider-Man's good. I made fun of Spider-Man a lot because it got a bunch of nominations for Game of the Year and won 0, and then Armored Core 6 got 1 nomination and won it, and I was like, let's fucking go. But I think maybe, I mean, I still think it's like a fine game. I'm curious if you will play and review MechWarrior 5 Clans coming out. Probably not. Not really my kind of, just not on my list. I'm sure it's good, but not on my list. Uncharted 5, Hot Men at Five Guys. You know, Uncharted 5 would be something I would like to see because I love Uncharted. and it would mean that Naughty Dog is working on something that isn't The Last of Us again. But I like, ironically, it's Uncharted again, but I'm okay with that because I like Uncharted. I mean, I like The Last of Us 2, actually. Like, I mean, I like TOO. I don't love The Last of Us 2, but I do like The Last of Us also. But it's just, you know, they're kind of milking it really hard right now. Like Last of Us as like a game series is good, but they're beating it to death a little too hard, and now I'm getting a little sick of it, you know? That teat is sore. Thank you. That teat is sore, exactly. Like, you know, it's if they made a Last of Us 3, I would be genuinely hyped for that. I'd be like, sick. Another game. I like the gameplay. I like the general, like, hyper story focused games like this. The acting is always amazing. I would be like, nice. If they remaster them again for like the 9th time, then I'll be fucking annoyed. 99% of the leaks that came out were a shitpost. Yeah, but the idea of them like redoing Last of Us again, just like Skyrim, is fair, like accurate enough to what my thought process is to Sony that I would believe it. You know, like they're doing it so much that I would believe it. Neil Druckmann is just the new Todd Howard. All right, let's do it, chat. Wide time 1. All footage captured on a PS5 console. Capture on. Yo! I hear it's pretty good, chat. I haven't played it yet, but I hear it's pretty good. Okay, that animation was kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. Five new speedrun levels for Astrobot. Wait, this music bangs. Is this what the Astrobot music is across the board? Maybe I need to play this. Okay, there's the Helldiver Astrobot crossing. You've lost me. Hey, okay, free add-on. That's cool. I didn't know how I feel about that.
I'm Nicholas Ducey, the studio head at Team Asobi.
Hi, Nick.
I couldn't be happier with the reception to Astrobot and to see how much joy Astro is bringing to homes all around the world. On behalf of Team Asobi, thank you so much. Now, we still have a few surprises up our sleeves. Today's trailer was a sneak peek at the DLC we'll release later this year
goes really hard.
at no additional cost. We'll have more to share soon. But for now, let's enjoy the state of play.
That's impressive. It's really hard to do that kind of thing because you have to like know, like obviously it's not animated on his shoulder, so him doing that was pretty good.
If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, you better be sure to keep your spark safe.
Ooh, about to make a name for myself here. Is this that Bayou style game that I saw before?
There was a monster in the woods. And on you go.
No?
Like
Never mind.
into the burning light.
kind of Little Nightmares-esque. Or Coraline-ish? Yeah.
Took the sun away.
Play on PS5 or PSVR.
You charming little wanderer. Where are you off to now?
Hopefully that means it's
And
not...
so it was that the burnt one and a small flame took a wander down the midnight walk.
Is it only VR? Or is it PS5 and VR? Because if it's PS5, that looks awesome. That's a genuinely solid trailer that looks really, really cool. If it's not VR exclusive, then I'm very curious about that.
I don't remember when it happened, but I remember how I felt.
We're just going straight into the games. This is cool.
Father told us to hide when they came to our house. Then they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore. Everyone had fled.
Oh my God.
She said the country was sick, but we would be okay. Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed. We were
What
both
the
wrong.
hell is
They
that?
live inside our heads.
Wait, this looks really cool. The Nazi zombies with an ass scream. That looks like it bangs. That is a really, really good trailer. The art style is incredible. Holy shit. Wait, they're coming out strong.
My story is a tale of rules rewritten by nuclear
PSVR 2
fire.
and console required. Okay, I think this is VR only.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
Serdar.
Hey, Artyom.
Something happened. She's in no state to be wandering out in the metro alone.
So yeah, it's a VR Metro
I need to
game.
go after her. Their bodies arranged in some sort of ritual. Please, just let Yana be all right. What is that? I keep hearing other voices on the radio.
You said there were people
I don't want to be rude, but like, yeah, VR isn't my.
Did you not
Isn't
hear
my
any
thing.
of that?
Yana,
It looks
is
good
that you?
though.
I'm seeing things, hearing things. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Sometimes we need to become the thing we fear to prevent something worse.
Hey, Metro is awesome. Love Metro. Not interested in VR. Too bad. But
So, how did it feel to learn the truth about the night sky tragedy? Long ago, you humans slaughtered each other until the whole world lay in ruins. And yet,
we see a trailer for
you
this.
have been granted another chance in Auroria. It must be the will of your beloved mother goddess. However, I still have no trust in your kind.
Crimson Desert. Oh, it's by the Black Desert Online folks, yeah? I think they had a demo for this at Twitchcon or something similar. The movement's pretty good. I'd be surprised how much of an MMO it is, considering how fluid this movement system is.
Prove yourself.
It's quite loud.
If you survive this trial,
yeah, sorry. My voice does sound low compared to the stream, but it's just very loud.
perhaps you might become one of us.
Sorry. The stream just happened to be quite loud. Wait, Archage? Oh, I didn't even read that because I was looking at chat. That's not what I thought at all. My bad. I guess it's a new one? Or is it a remake, or...? Is this Pal World? I didn't play Pal World, so this is new to me too. Wait, is that actually a Pal World creature? So wait, Nintendo's suing, but I don't know if they're gonna win, you know? They're suing over patents? Even more reason why I don't think they're gonna win. I don't know. Give it some time, chat. We'll know 3 years later.
Look at Pal World, an incredible open-world survival game that's launching today on the PlayStation 5 console. We have a few more games with breaking news today, starting with the return of 2 beloved RPGs from the original PlayStation.
Your dreams, magical thoughts, all things are real unless you dream they're not.
I wasn't around. I wasn't alive for this. I wasn't alive for this chat. I'm sorry.
Lunar Remastered Collection brings together Lunar the Silver Star Story Complete and Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete with updated visuals, widescreen mode, and more.
This screams early 90s.
Lunar Remastered Collection comes to PS5 and PS4 in spring 2025.
I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good. I have
updates
no
on
clue.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge.
Oh my god.
First, the Radical Reptiles DLC, which adds Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa as playable characters.
Someone's gonna drop porn of that.
A remixed in-game soundtrack featuring some amazing guest composers. Both of these updates arrive later today.
Turtley, dude. Oh my god, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Huh? I've taken on another form?
What?
And yes, you heard right. Keanu Reeves is joining Sonic X Shadow Generations as part of the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack. This update is inspired by scenes from the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie and arrives December 12th. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack is included in the Digital Deluxe Edition, which lets you play the game 3 days ahead of its October 25th release date.
It's fine. It's fine. Just don't worry about it. I'm trying not to worry about it. Oh, this looks cute. Okay, it's a turn-based JRPG. I don't like it anymore.
Hello, State of Play. I am Sakaguchi, producer of Fantasian Neo Dimension. 手作りのジオラマを使ったファンタジアンネオディメンジョン150も作りました。そしてランダムエンカウントを貯めていっぺんに戦ったり、スキルの起動を操作したりと。
I don't know anything about this. I'm sorry, chat. JRPGs are not my vibe.
音楽はファイナルファンタジーシリーズで共に歩んできた上松さんです。プレイステーション5にて2024年12月5日発売。
It's Final Fantasy, man.
皆さんにプレイしていただけたらと願っています。
We're just over a month away from the release of Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Let's check in with
I've
BioWare
heard
and
good
Electronic Arts
things.
for an extended look at a climactic
I've heard they
battle.
might actually be cooking on this. Just a little bit. The original trailer I didn't feel
We've gotten
particularly
word from the
grabbed by,
wardens.
but
Have they found Gillenane? Not yet, but they found something else worth killing. One of her blighted dragons.
I've heard good things.
Rook, you made it.
You've heard the complete opposite? Really?
Miss it.
I've heard like some people being like this is better than the trailers.
We've tracked it to a ruined tower nearby.
That lair is a death trap. We need to lure her out to have any chance.
Maybe.
So we challenge her, draw the dragon out into the open, then attack.
Hey, listen. I hope it's good, man.
Just you and me now.
That VA sounds familiar.
Everyone, get ready.
Wardens! Ready ballistas!
That guy also sounds familiar. They all sound familiar.
Wait for it.
Come on.
I don't care for the new art style. It's like a mobile game to me. I will agree. I'm not huge on the art style. Willem Dafoe looking up. Did you only have like 2 ballistas?
Force her to land. Second detachment. Flank on the walls. Let's go.
I mean, I don't know. That looks all right. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just too BioWare coded with my Mass Effect things, but I don't know. It doesn't look like the this is going to be the new Anthem thing that people are saying it is. I'm not seeing the pure distaste, you know? That UI did not look very good though, I'm not gonna lie. That UI looked really bad. Looks like you have a brand deal, Bricky? No, I would have to tell you if I did. You can't say good things about something if you have a brand deal. Without disclosing it. I might get a brand deal, and if I do, I'll do it. I'll play the game and do what I'm supposed to do, but, I don't know. I was never particularly tied to the old Dragon Age series. I was a big Mass Effect guy, and I didn't really play like much of the other Dragon Ages compared to Mass Effect. So maybe I just don't have the same, you know, like, whoa factor. Like maybe I'm missing like an old thing, but eh.
Second dragon.
I will say the trailer is going on too long though.
Attack! Bring that first one down!
Vaughn!
What the fuck is that?
Gillenane.
Sorry, it just slapped him. It just fucking whacked him. Whacked his ass.
That's all thou bones.
Okay, the trailer is now lasting a little too. That guy had a shield when he got jumped on.
Your battle is already lost.
Okay, the trailer. Okay, I'm rolling my comments back now. The trailer, like, it seemed fine, and then it was paced really fucking bad at the end, and then it felt worse. Oh God, is it the last time I was thinking? Oh yes, yes, yes.
The lake house.
Shut the fuck up!
If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, I would have just kept on driving.
Me after Taco Bell. Okay, it sounds like Jesse still, so it's definitely a control game. How do you follow up? How do you follow up a Dragon Age trailer like that was paced that poorly, and then with that, like, substantially better? I'm sorry. Dude, you gotta, this is what I mean when I talk about pacing. You gotta do some cuts between things. You need to let me digest. Let me digest everything. Goodness gracious. I mean, Hitman VR is that, like, if I was gonna play a video game in VR, I think Hitman would be pretty up there, wouldn't you agree? Like, as far as I'm concerned, this would be one of the ones I would play in VR. Okay, so I need to, like, roll back everything I just said. Dragon Age didn't look that bad, and then at the end it looked much worse. And then we got that trailer for Alan Wake 2 DLC, which looks incredible. And now we have Hitman, which looks pretty good, but like super paced weird.
You know the truth.
We're just going right into the next one.
I stood with Cain and my brethren until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression.
Okay, chat's making a statement here. I don't know what this is. Legacy of Cain?
Agony.
The fate of this world was preordained in an instant.
Oh, I'm sorry, chat. I'm sure you guys are pogging really hard right now, but I'm not. This was not my time. And if it was my time, I didn't play it.
I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold. The future has always been written.
Don't fight it, Raziel.
Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remaster.
Legacy
Available
of Kain
December
Soul Reaver
10th.
1 and 2 Remastered arrives December 10th, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the first game's release.
Thanks, War God.
Sure we can't just do the same.
Games from the original PlayStation era also inspired Fear the Spotlight from Blumhouse Games. It brings atmospheric polygonal scares to PS5 and PS4 on October 22nd.
Is it not polygonal or whatever?
Just go home, Viv. I'm happy here. So happy.
At last, we've returned to our ancestral land, a Gaslamp.
Build villages and nurture vast ecosystems in Towers of Agasba. This colorful world includes unique creatures, a peculiar cast of characters, and also allows you to invite other players to visit your island. Towers of Agasba launches into early access this November.
Oh,
Up next, Epic Games brings a split-screen mode to LEGO Fortnite this October.
Okay, you guys will
friends and family
laugh
to
that I'm.
explore the world
You guys
and
will
build
laugh.
villages together while
Split
playing
screen
on the
is an
same
underrated
PS5
tool
or
that needs to
PS4.
come back, and I'm happy that it is.
And in other Fortnite news, the new Fortnite limited edition DualSense wireless controller arrives
Okay, I don't give a
later
fuck
this
about
year,
that, though.
with pre-order starting October 3rd. Visit PlayStation blog for more details. Next, it's 1 versus 1,000 in Dynasty Warriors Origins, and Koei Tecmo Games is ready to share the release date. Let's take a look.
I'm not a Dynasty Warriors person, but I know you guys like it, so I'm happy for you.
Crossed paths with men who may one day bring about order. Until then, you must adapt to the chaos and find a way to survive. So choose your path wisely.
She sounds weird.
And learn what it means to be a hero.
Though I know Dynasty Warriors is about like attacking 5 million men at one time, and so it seems like they're gonna do a good job at that.
To achieve it, tearing down the system without providing an alternative is mere wanton destruction.
Let's go. The shitty voice acting is back. All right, Chad, you say so.
The die has been cast. All that remains is to see this through.
I've never played a single Dynasty Warrior game before, but I won't lie, the gameplay does look pretty cool. It looks like it'd be quite fun. All right, what's next?
I was still hoping that I imagined the whole thing. It's burned into my mind.
Monster Hunter? I'll keep my mouth shut.
Oh, Captain. What's your team been getting up to?
The Guild gave special assignments to some of the other units from the expedition, mine included.
Oh, this forest is amazing.
My fur isn't built for this kind of weather.
That's causing the water currents to surge too.
This is its territory, and we're intruders.
Listen, it's just not for me. Looks like a fine video game. I played Monster Hunter World and I was like, you know, this ain't bad, but just not my kind of game. Not my cup of tea.
Ours. You respect. Why don't they just put the meat down?
The cats are cool, though.
Leave this to me! Heels inbound!
That's it. The White Wraith. It's real!
I was about to be like, kid, you're a fucking idiot. That dude's purple.
Someone's in trouble.
It seems we must do a more thorough investigation.
What is that thing? An extinct species?
You're a hunter. You've got a weapon, and you do nothing? Give it to me, and I'll...
Hey, I'm happy you guys are happy. I'm happy you guys are happy. Okay, let's get past the pre-order bonuses, please. Okay, all right, gotcha. Yep. Can we Thank you.
皆さんこんにちは。モンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーの津本です。本作の発売日が2025年2月28日世界同日発売に決定いたしました。本日より順次予約を開始しますので、ぜひご予約いただければと思います。プレイステーションストアでご予約いただいた方限定の特典として、プレイステーション5でご覧いただけるデジタルミニアートブックをご用意します。9月26日の23時からは TGS2024 発本オンラインプログラムを放送いたします。それでは引き続きモンスターハンターワイルズの情報にご注目ください。またお会いしましょう。
If you buy digitally, what's next?
Whoa, look at those chompers. Okay, trail spots aren't cheap, so let's get started. A hunter with a mysterious past.
Oh, it's the Goofy Horizon Lego game.
Very
That's right.
Heroic friends are all that stands in the way of an unspeakable evil. Join them as they explore, hunt, collect wacky outfits, and decorate
I
their
mean,
village.
the Lego games are like good, you know?
Oh, wait, there's
like
more.
they're
Digital
just
Deluxe Edition, you
like
get this
fun.
exciting, blue
But I guess I'm a little bit surprised they did it on
costumes,
Horizon.
Like the Shadow Stalwart outfit. And this,
You know?
I don't know what that is. That or that. Or why they're climbing in that cannon. But look how much fun they're having. Come and join the party in Mother's Heart. Phew, got it all in.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I forgot to mention the pre-order.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani. We are so excited for everyone to get their hands on LEGO Horizon Adventures when it launches on
I am not
November
the target
14th.
for that game.
And Aloy has more good news on the horizon.
This is another remaster.
Aloy's original adventure, Horizon Zero Dawn, is being remastered for PS5 and PC by Guerrilla and Nixes. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered includes more than 10 hours of re-recorded conversation mocap. And countless
Re-recorded
graphical
conversation
improvements that bring the game
mocap?
to the same visual fidelity as Horizon Forbidden West.
Okay, so like that kind of stuff could be good
This
if
new
you
version
are like
of
doing a
Horizon
Final
Zero Dawn
Fantasy
will
VII
arrive
situation.
October 31st.
But didn't this game come
Anyone
out
who
like
owns
5
the
years
original
ago?
PS4 version of the game will be able to upgrade to the new PS5 version for $9.99. Visit PlayStation Blog for more details and watch the full trailer to see all the enhancements to Aloy's epic
2016 actually? Oh god. Okay, it's longer than I thought it was.
quest. New content is on the way to the action-packed world of Stellar Blade.
Oh god, I'm just
A new
old.
photo mode lets players set up the perfect picture with your choice of poses, expressions, and filters.
What the fuck? I heard Stellar Blade's like a fine game, but that's not what I expected to find.
Songs from the game is available on select streaming services starting today. But that's not all.
I was waiting for it. I was like, it's basically just a Nier game anyway, isn't it?
Sci-fi worlds collide in the Stellar Blade and Nier Automata collaboration, coming to Stellar Blade later this year.
What does that mean, though? What does that mean, though? What does that mean, though? Is it a mission? Is it a campaign? Is it just an outfit?
For PlayStation Plus.
Is it just a costume? What does that mean, though?
First, your monthly games for October are WWE
I'll play it
2K24,
if it means
Dead Space,
Yokotaro
and WWE
shit.
Literature Club Plus. These will be available.
I'll
to
play
all
it if it
PlayStation
means
Plus
that,
members
but,
starting
like-
October 1st.
Explain yourselves.
Meanwhile, our library of PlayStation classics continues to grow, with 2 more fan favorites from the original PlayStation arriving later this year: Blood Omen: Legacy of Kain and Capcom's Dino Crisis.
Holy fuck, Dino Crisis.
Naughty Dog fans know September 26th is The Last of Us Day, and we're celebrating by adding the critically acclaimed PS5 hit The Last of Us Part 1 to the PlayStation Plus game catalog.
Okay,
this
never mind.
Thursday.
All right, it's just like a Game Pass thing. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. They didn't go too. It's fine. I want to know the Nier thing. When is Yokotaro going to make another video game? Nier Replicant's remake was actually like extremely good. Okay, this entire state of play started really strong, and it's tapering a little bit. Really, the beginning is so slow. Oh, don't get me wrong. Nier Replicant is like not a perfect game. Neither of them are, but this slow ass beginning, I think, like elevates the end. It's like not a necessary evil, but like I get it in a way. Yoko makes the player suffer a lot.
Hi everyone,
for a
I'm Mark
purpose.
Cerny. We recently revealed the newest addition to the PlayStation 5 family, PS5 Pro, alongside several games showcasing the superior frame rates and improved graphics that the new console makes possible. With PS5 Pro, developers have access to 3 key improvements.
Is this
an
guy
upgraded
real?
GPU, advanced ray tracing, and AI-driven upscaling that combine to bring developers closer to realizing their unique vision. We're excited for players to get their hands on PlayStation 5
He's speaking like a
Pro when
Detroit
it
Become
launches
Human
this
character.
November. But in the meantime, here's a look at some of the games that are being enhanced for the new console, including a few titles that we're revealing for the very first time today.
Chat, is this real?
This is the time of our lives. This is the time of our lives. This is the time of our lives.
I haven't played many of these video games on PS5, so I don't like know if they're actually like better looking by much. So
This is the time of our lives.
I mean, it's a thing. Waiting.
We are beyond the edge of Japan.
New Ghost of Tsushima game?
People come north to disappear.
This doesn't sound like Jin Sakai, so I don't...
But you are hunting. And now, every Ronin here is after you.
Assassin's Creed?
Still think you're the hunter?
Is it Tsushima 2? It is! Wait. I'm not doing anything till I see the title screen. That's the mask, though. That's the mask, though. Wait, it looks like a lady. I'm going through too many emotions, chat. Is it his friend from the game? Yes! Yes! Wait, so is his friend? Daughter, maybe? It's 400 years later. I didn't notice that. It's fine. Great granddaughter? Yuletide. Okay. Wait, 2025 is actually okay. Let's go. Ghost of Tsushima, the best Far Cry video game I've ever played. Actually, the greatest Ubisoft game ever made that's not by Ubisoft. Unironically hyped for this. Unironically hyped. I really liked Ghost of Tsushima. Wait, don't tell me that's over. My Bloodborne. Guys, it was gonna happen this time. It was totally gonna happen this time. No. 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 No, it's not bad. I gotta be honest, chat. That was fine. It started off really strong with a bunch of those new IPs and the Astrobot stuff. Then it kind of took a bit of a dip with a bit of weird stuff. But then we got Alan Wake DLC, which is pretty cool. Turns out the Last of Us leaks were in fact completely fake. There was no Last of Us basically anything in the entire thing. There's a couple remakes that you guys seem to like Legacy of Kain. There was the Monster Hunter thing. Ghost of Tsushima was probably the best way to end this state of play. I think that was the right call. For me, I need to play Astrobot one day, and I am extremely excited for the Wake DLC. I give it a 7. I think it's better than not. I think it was better than not. I give it a 7. A decently above average. I consider an 8 to be great, a 9 to be fantastic, and a 10 to be like the best show. I give it like a 7. I think the reason I give it a 7 instead of a 6 is because people didn't yap too much. It was almost purely just like content. And because of that, I give it a 7. There wasn't much yapping. Which is pretty good. All right, chat. Well, that was shorter than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like an hour, but I guess not. With that being said, everybody, I am going to call it because I need to talk to my manager and do a couple of things. But I'm going to send you off to a new streamer. Everybody, I am going to send you off to fucking Jabroni Mike. Because Mike was an absolute Chad in the last thing. The dude is chatting about all kinds of stuff right now. And I want to tell him hello. So here's the link, YouTube chat. Thank you all so much for watching. You should have me tomorrow for Frostpunk. Don't worry. You should have me tomorrow for Frostpunk. Your raid message is very simple. Your raid message is very, very simple. It is just... can you post brick? Is it like brick? Fuck. You know what? Oh, you can do brick. There you go. Copy that emote, chat. Copy that emote in the stream. The one with the brick. There you go, chat. All right. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.